Hello, 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 Miss Joe, Bubs, Black Rose, Dave Peterson. What's happening, y'all? What's going on? Apparently I've missed a lot. Been busy. What does the devil say to God in the book of Job? God's all like, Satan, where you been, buddy? And Satan's like, I've been in the world and going around it and through it and stuffs there. God. God's like, yeah, I know. Let's see. Is the live fest over on that other channel? I have no idea. I'm not gonna resubscribe to him just so I can call him a chomo supporting faggot. So like I can do that just fine over here. And I'm not sure, but I think it might have more effect on him if I do it over here than it does if I do it right to his face. For some reason, he doesn't seem to mind it so much, like when you're saying it like directly into his ears. But for some reason, when he doesn't have the capability to come up and challenge it and say anything in a chat or whatever else, it really like sticks in his craw. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not even over there. What? Say what? What do you mean? Do you had him on panel? Any rage quit? How does the audio sound, by the way? I don't want to be sitting here fucking echoing the whole time. I have no idea. I haven't even checked my settings, so I should probably do that. But if y'all say it's good, then I'm not gonna bother. Oh, just in chat, yeah. Well, he never really rage quits, I don't think, because he never leaves. Oh, thank you, Miss Joe. No echo. All right, sounds good. Thank you, Black Rose. Yeah, no, I don't think Rebel actually ever leaves. I do think, however, though, he has to. He probably thinks that like the state is not smart enough to track his IP and all of that kind of stuff from his devices. Like they can literally just like take his device and put it like next to their computer and shit or whatever they kind of shit they've got, and it can literally be like, yep, this guy's been on. He can try to delete history and all that shit all he wants to. Like, say if he's actually got to check in with a PO, his own devices will rat his ass out. It's hilarious. It's cute how ignorant these dumb motherfuckers actually are to how shit works in the real world. But, hey, keep putting it out there for all of us to point and laugh at. I'm all for it. Oh, let me see if it works. Hey, hillbilly man, let me see if it works. Let's see. Tell me.
How you doing?
Did you hear that?
How you doing?
It says it's coming through to the stream.
I'm former law enforcement.
Let me just set the record straight.
I'm former law enforcement.
So that's the best you got.
Anything coming in? Okay. Yeah. Those are some good ones. I like the how you doing.
How you doing?
I'm former law enforcement.
Let me just set the record straight.
Let me set the record straight.
So that's the best you got.
So that's the best you got.
What's up, bitches?
So that's the best you got.
Yeah. That's the best we got, Abe. Oh, goodness. fucking maddening, y'all. It really is. It's fucking maddening. So Hillbilly Man, I heard that I had to go take care of Voodoo real quick because she's not feeling well, and she's in bed and had gone to sleep, but I had to go take her some water and get her tucked in and everything. So I didn't catch the last like 2 or 3 minutes of Lisa's stream. I came back and everybody was gone, and I didn't see anybody immediately live or other than the dumb fuck. And like I said, I'm not willing to go over there, but so I was like, well, fuck, I'll just go live and see what the fuck's going on, where everybody went. But Hillbilly, I saw I think it was Lisa's chat, Black Rose say that Lady Di timed you out or blocked you or something over there. I'm not surprised. Yeah, she doesn't like when she didn't have a managing mod status, because she would berate him about me having a wrench in there, and she couldn't time me out. Even if I would just go in there and say hello and try to be nice and cordial, she would start talking shit, and then I would say something that, whatever, I don't know, it's like, nice job pissing yourself, or I hope you get pushed off of a cliff in your wheelchair, I don't know, something, who knows. And then Abe would be like, oh, I'm going to time you out for that one, buddy. And that was back when she was giving him ultimatums. She was like, it's either me or him. So he gave her the managing mod wrench so that she could time me out anytime I showed up in there, even though I had a wrench. Oh, man. Good times. Yeah, she's the managing mod. So I heard, I don't know if this is true, COVID's had a long live today, and unfortunately I wasn't able to listen to much of it at all. I heard like the first maybe 20 or 30 minutes, and then throughout my day, because I think he went for almost 4 hours. So throughout me doing stuff, I would tune in here and there where I could. So it was hard for me to catch the context of everything that was getting said. But I swear to God, guys, did I hear Lady Di throw Abe's ass under the fucking bus at least more than once at different points? Did I hear that? Am I wrong in my assessment of what little bit I did hear? Because I could swear I heard Lady Di say that basically that he is, by the way, I don't have any problem with the R word over here. So any of you people that are lightning tiger weirdo whack job meth head supporting dildo heads have a problem with the word retard, I will respectfully ask you to just not listen. You can feel free to go talk your shit about me saying the word retard all you want all over your respective channels and chats and whatever else. I don't care. Like Terry said last night on Flying Monkeys, it's just a word. Stop being a faggot about it. So just FYI, I don't think you're any more or any less of a faggot or a retard because you have an issue with the word being used. I'm just giving you fair warning. I don't have those same boundaries. So I'm just trying to give you a courteous, a courtesy and a heads up. Yeah, after COVID's put him in the basement. Okay. Hey, does anybody want to come up? I'll post a link. Y'all can come up if you want. Yeah, I thought I heard that right. I'll have to go back and check it out. I hope COVID's doesn't take it down. Because I wouldn't mind listening to it. I won't. Lord have mercy. I won't have time tonight to listen to it because, well, it's pretty late, and I'll have to go to sleep. But I'll probably be up fairly early in the morning, and I'll have a couple hours at least to skim through it. But I wouldn't mind checking it out because like I said, I could have sworn I loved Terry's analogy of the cop mode versus boxing mode. I was like, exactly, man. But I didn't hear the beginning of Di's explanation of he's in cop mode. All I heard her say was he's in cop mode, and then Terry went into his analogy, and it's like exactly like what are you gonna do? You just oh, it's okay. He just likes to punch people in the liver every time he sees a person. Okay, well then don't cry when people punch the motherfucker back in the goddamn liver, and in the jaw, and in his left eye, and his right eye, and kick him in the butthole, and probably give him a Kirby, all in like a 30-minute period. Don't cry about it. I mean, I don't really know what else to tell him. What's up, hillbilly man?
Hey.
Hey. So what? So what has transpired, man? First off, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. We got an echo.
For fuck's sakes, is it you or me? That's the question.
Well, I don't hear it when you're talking. Only when I'm talking.
No, it's me. It's me. Hang on. But go ahead and I'll mute real quick and I'll see if I can fix it.
So anyway, I thought it was really funny that after after COVID took Abe out of the picture, that was the only time that she would really talk. And yes, she threw him under the bus. And every time that she would start talking about the past, COVID would jump up and say, "I don't want to hear any of that. We've heard it. You guys need to grow up, blah, blah, blah. If you want the stuff to stop, you got to start with yourselves." And they weren't hearing that. It was amazing show to watch. And then Terry, oh my gosh, he was funny as shit.
Yeah, I mean that was the sense that I got from what little bit I heard. I mean, there was some other stuff that I did hear. I mean, I just can't remember or quote it verbatim right now. I got that general sense was that with him it was just deflect, and she wasn't because like she spent like a long period silent when she first went up on panel. It seemed like because I caught right when she first went up, and then they thought she was having audio issues, and a little while later I picked back up on the stream. They were still live, but it put me back to where I had left off. And so I fast forwarded like 5 minutes or something, and she basically still wasn't saying anything. And I thought, well, see, this is typical right here. He's waiting for her. She's waiting for him to like basically goad her or give her the script that he wants her to follow, and then she'll just confirm it or deny it or whatever it is with a bunch of yep, nope, blah blah blah. I mean, that's how they run their stick.
Yeah, Abe was like, Lady Di, go ahead and tell him about your channel. And COVID's like, I didn't say anything about her channel. I said that when you showed up, she lost all of her friends. When you showed up, that has nothing to do with her channel. So you need to stop it. I just said that because she lost her friends. Go ahead.
So I'm still trying to work this fucking echo issue out.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I don't understand.
Is echo cancellation off or on? It on mine. It doesn't matter if it's off or on. I don't have that echo issue. I don't know if it's just the iPhones don't have that issue, if it's just every phone. I mean, I can try that. See what it's on.
No, it's coming from my end. Hang on a second. So there won't be any more sound effects because I got to turn Bluetooth off. I don't know what in the fuck causes this shit.
Okay. I don't know why it would do that either. Because I've always used the Bluetooth when I'm on my laptop, and I never had that issue. Um, not unless they're feeding back through your system. That'd be the only issue I could see you having.
Okay, see, now I've disconnected Bluetooth, so when you talk, my bubbles shouldn't move because the Bluetooth is off. It's completely off. So go ahead and talk.
Okay.
Yeah, see, now there's no echo.
But
And-
I can still hear it in the background.
Okay, that might be because I've got my headphones on and I'm turning the
Okay.
volume. I'm turning the volume of my headphones down. So can you still hear yourself talk?
I don't know yet. No.
Right.
So that's
So-
probably
so-
what your issue is when you have the Bluetooth on. It's picking up what's coming out of your headphones.
But my headphones are 3.5 millimeter jack, analog.
Oh,
And my mic is also an analog mic that plugs into the soundboard. Now, the thing that pisses me off about the soundboard is it's not an expensive piece of audio equipment, right? Don't get me
Right.
wrong. It's a Moano, whatever the fuck, a fucking. I don't know. I'll get the model number later. But, it's just one of those little cheap little fucking soundboards. Now, it hooks up Bluetooth or it hooks up, and via a USB A to USB C port, right? That charges the battery and transmits data. But the bitch of it is, you can't turn the fucking Bluetooth on the unit off separately from the Bluetooth on the fucking computer. So that's why I have to turn Bluetooth off, which means that my sound effects won't play.
Now
What
now
a
let me ask
useful
you this.
piece of fucking equipment from China, right? How fucking stupid is that bullshit?
Now let me ask you this: do you have a extra spot for another uh, 1/4 inch jack on your soundboard?
For a 1/4 inch jack? No, there's no 1/4 inch. There's no 1/4 inch jacks on this soundboard. There's only 3.5 millimeter, the one USB C, and then there's let me see what the mic is. I can't remember.
Because one of them should be.
Okay, both mic inputs are 3.5 millimeter.
Oh wow! So I'm just wondering if you got on the. Are you running laptop or?
Laptop.
Oh, okay. Because I know when I run on mine, I have two laptops when I'm doing my karaoke live streams, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
I have to run a jack from the laptop that I'm doing the karaoke from. I have to run that to an output on the laptop to an input on my sound box that I'm running through the main computer.
Yeah.
And when I use my sound effects, I have to do it the same way, or I have the echo. But I have to use two computers, two laptops.
What the fuck, dude? It shouldn't be like this.
No, I agree. It shouldn't. And mine just sounds something.
Yeah, it's been a lot of years. Well, at least 10, maybe close to 15 years since I've done this. I used to have an old, I can't remember the brand. I mean, it was a popular brand name. It was just a simple USB audio interface, right?
Mhm.
I mean, it had like a button for the input monitor. It had I can't remember, like 2 or 3 1/4 inch jacks that I had a Shure mic plugged into. I only had one computer, one laptop like I do now. I have 2 monitors now, but I didn't back then.
Right.
and you know, I think it had a couple of 3.5 millimeter, and then it had a USB jack for the charging. And that motherfucker worked great. Like, we could get on fucking Tiny Chat. I could play sound effects. I could pull up whatever the fuck I wanted on the internet. I didn't have, like, this StreamYard bullshit. I didn't have to add audio. I didn't have to do any of that bullshit. There was no echo fucking issues. There was none of that.
Wow.
It just fucking worked. Bro, you could have 150 fucking people in one of those tiny chat rooms back then.
Yeah.
All talking at the same fucking time, all posting video, all have their video cameras on, all just talking shit, just doing whatever. You could ban whoever, blah, blah, blah. You know, you could do all of that shit, and it fucking worked, and it worked great.
Yeah.
But now it's like, what? The simplest shit, and it's like, oh no, you gotta fucking go get this other box and run this other blah, blah, blah. No, motherfucker, no.
Well, I've got two soundboards now. I have the one interface, and then I have an actual soundboard that has like 4 inputs. It has the eighth inch jacks that I can do like 5 different things on that, and then it has the stereo side and the mono side, so I can do 8 different microphones and all kinds of different 1/8 inch stuff.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm. It's like I told Monkey last night. I'm hell bent on figuring it out. I just need the time to sit down and do it, and the time is the biggest thing, you know. Usually during the week when I get home, I'm so exhausted I don't even want to clip somebody saying something fucking stupid and then make fun of them. You know what I mean? I'd rather just be live or on a panel or in a chat and just say, yeah, you're a fucking idiot. That's basically it.
Right.
And I don't know about you, but because I don't have the time, it's also my memory. So I'll be like, okay, because I'm really bad about writing shit down. Like, this is the problem I need to solve. A week will go by. I can't remember what the fuck I wanted to solve. I'll go live, or I want to go, or I want to play something, or I want to do something. It's another 4 hours of trying to track back in my broke ass memory of what the fuck was the issue again? Like, and it's just like this Groundhog Day of insanity and stupidity.
Well, Connie, that's not nice. We ain't losers over here.
Well, just block him out of the chat. I mean, there's an easy. There's people in here that have wrenches for a reason. Fucking use them. I don't give a shit.
Wow.
You know, I mean,
we're having a good conversation, I think.
I really don't. So
now, see, if I didn't write down, like, if I had this issue, and if I didn't write down the steps I took the first time and the second time, then I'd forget what I did the first time, and I'd be back to square one again. Yeah. I'd have to write that stuff down because it is complicated at times.
Well, I mean, Hillbilly Man, I'm trying to get better at writing shit down. It's just with all this technology around, I'm not bougie enough to where I buy a phone that also has a pen. I mean, it's hard enough managing 3 fucking cameras. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
the only issue I have now is finding a freaking good program to start doing some of this shit that you guys are doing, Flying Monkey's doing, is recording. Everything I find, you got to pay top dollar shit for.
Recording audio or video or both?
Both. Even if it was just audio that I could play back to prove our point, or my point, not our point, my point. I can't even find anything good enough to get without it costing an arm and a leg.
For audio, I use Audacity. I don't know if you've used Audacity or not, but it's free, and I mean, it's pretty in depth. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I've been using it for probably close to 15 years. I mean, I took off from doing any of that bullshit for quite a while, at least 10 years.
Right.
But Audacity is still there. It's still free. The dev team for Audacity, they do regular updates. They're really good at what they do.
Oh, wow.
They listen to feedback. I mean, I can't preach their praises enough. In fact, to be frank with you, I probably should send them money. because they are worthy of support, of financial support.
Hmm.
As far as video goes, I never was one much for video editing. So, what few videos that I've done where I've used the editor outside of YouTube, I've used Microsoft Clipchamp, which I do pay for. I went ahead and bought the subscription for it. But it's pretty good and it's not that expensive. I think it's like $10 a month.
Oh, that's not bad compared to some of
So
these others I've looked into.
yeah. Now, I mean, again, I'm a novice at video, so I mean, take that for what it's worth. But it does a good job, and they have a lot of they have a pretty extensive library of decent stuff that you can import. That's like won't get struck. You know what I
Right.
mean? I guess I would call it like, I don't know what the proper terminology is, but like duty free, if you will,
Right.
that you can integrate and pull into your videos and do all kinds of banners and pop-ups and media, like, I don't know, networking and all that kind of shit. I mean, it's pretty vast and extensive, and in my limited, knowledge and
Right.
opinion. But it's not bad. I mean, they have a free version of it that you don't have to pay for, but like
Okay.
StreamYard, it's limited in its
Right.
capabilities. But
But as
it's
long as it records,
and
that's all I would worry about.
well, and the other thing about it is too, is for the video editing, it's super easy to learn because it's all drag and drop.
Oh,
And that's one of the things that I've noticed about it was really easy for me to get fairly far in the video edit in Clipchamp because of OBS. Like, I'm not an expert at OBS, but I noticed that between Audacity, OBS, and Clipchamp, and the experience that I have with CNC programming using like Gibbs Cam or Mastercam in the past, and what experience I have with like AutoCAD and Inventor and God damn it, I can't remember the other one, the other big one that everybody uses now. Anyways, a lot of that is very similar in the way that you create, like drawings and parts, and then bring them over and create programs for CNC machines and all that stuff. So I was able to click into it like really easily, and I was shocked by that, because when you're talking about going across multiple, to me, a boomer like me, multiple platforms for multiple purposes, it was like, wow, they've really done a good job like making all of this stuff fairly seamless, in my opinion. But
well, I have to give Abe a little credit today. Very little, believe me. And I
okay,
hate doing this. But he actually showed a receipt tonight.
say what?
It, ex-
No way.
yes,
you
but it
you're
was
lying.
about it was about Langley Lang, who has already passed.
Okay,
He was going that far back of talking about stuff, right?
so who the fuck? I don't even know who this person is.
Okay, Langley Lang is a person who um, assisted with a person who apparently had passed away and conned a lot of people out of money. However, this
Okay,
person never passed away.
is this a
He
female or a male?
a female,
Okay,
and so after everybody caught her in her lie, they started confronting her about it, and then all of a sudden she was doing a live stream, and not even an hour later she was in the hospital and she had died.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Now, my honest opinion, if I'm going to be honest here, I honestly think that this girl's still alive. However, she's staying away from YouTube.
Mm.
I mean, because she wasn't talking about being sick that I know of. Um, but all of a sudden, she just disappeared. She had passed away, and God rest her soul if she is gone. But I just don't believe that's the whole story.
Is this another one of those where nobody can find an obituary?
Yes.
Ugh.
Even though Abe says that he found it, but I've not found it, and I'm sure
But this
anybody
is,
else that
but the obituary is a receipt that he won't post. Why?
exactly,
Oh, okay, yeah.
just like all these things that he's made up about me and Becca, and he'll talk about it all day long. But when it comes to proving it, he doesn't have anything to back it up. It's all fabricated lies to try to
I
make us look bad.
I think it's funny that when you start, and you could you could like not step in between someone and their grift and their money. You could literally stumble in between it, sort of like I feel I have from
Uh
time to
huh.
time on this platform in front of a bunch of people. Which, listen, I'll tell you right now, it is fucking embarrassing. Uh, but it's amazing how instead of just like acquiescing and saying nothing and walking away or whatever, these people that don't want things, I don't know, they don't want their grift, whatever it is, whether it's viewers, whether it's money, which they're all kind of tied together in my mind, or
Hmm.
clicks and views or friends or whatever it is. They will just hammer and hammer and hammer and hammer the same lies, even though they know they're lying. Everybody else knows that they're lying, right?
Right.
And so, when you're telling me this story about this person, naturally, because I have no idea about this, but one of the questions that pops up in my head is, how do you know that that person wasn't Abe?
Right. Well, because she went on live streams.
That's
She
that's
actually
fine.
she
That's
actually
fine.
showed her face, and
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah, yeah. We I mean, we've seen her. We know what she looks like. So it wasn't Abe, but yeah, you're right. How did we not know?
yeah.
Just like this Wiley character, because Abe uses his sound changer, voice changer. I don't know if
Really,
Wiley was a real person or not. I'm just wondering now if it wasn't Abe.
Abe uses a voice changer
Yes,
to do the voice that he's doing right now.
yes. Listen, I'll tell you how we figured this out. Huck brought it up, and I didn't really pay much attention to it. But she had said something in her stream. So one night I was just flipping through the channels like I always do, and I came across Nemesis channel.
Uh huh.
So I go in there. I don't say nothing on the panel or nothing. I'm just listening. And Abe was on the panel, and he didn't sound anything like he does now, or when he's on our live streams. His his pitch was a lot higher. Uh,
Oh, I think I remember this.
it was totally different. He was trying to put on a southern accent, but he couldn't do it so well. Um, but it was a whole different Abe. I was shocked.
I think I remember, and it may have been on Huckleberry may have played it and pointed it out. I do have a vague recollection of somebody pointing this out and thinking, "Wow, that doesn't sound like him."
Yes, yes, Blind Monkey is the same voice, but here lately he's been caught in using that voice thing that he has. And if you catch him some nights, he'll even have it off just a hair from what he normally has it set at, and you can tell the difference.
Well, you can certainly tell the difference when he's been awake versus when he just wakes up.
Right.
Whatever day it was, he was on COVID's right around midday, and I went up there with Dragon Classy. You could tell that that was one of the days that he had just woken up from a slumber,
Yep.
and those are my favorite times to go and give him the proverbial noogie. you know that a real pain in the dick sibling would a nice little wet willy, a wedgie, nudge him on along. I love to get him first thing when he wakes up, because that's when he's really fucking salty. He wakes up on the wrong side of the bed, you can tell.
Oh yeah.
He's not a happy go lucky kind of guy as he
No.
portrays online
Nope.
at all. Just all you got to do is talk to him when he wakes up.
Yep. Yep. That's it.
How about them apples, Abe?
Yep. And I'm just now thinking, because the other day he was using his cell phone when he did that almost 8 hour live stream. I'm just wondering if when he's on his computer he sounds different than he does on his phone.
I don't know. I don't
Now,
know.
my voice, if you see me and talk to me in person, my voice sounds different than it does right now.
Yeah, well, and so you could tell on when I was on COVID's the other day that obviously I was on a mobile device, but it wasn't necessarily the device. It's the Bluetooth earphones
Right.
with a mic. If but also you're going to hear a lot of ambient noise, right? Because there's
Right.
two highways right by my work. I'm also outside sitting in my truck with the door open. There's a lot of activity going on around trucks and traffic and
Right.
forklifts beeping and whatever else, kittens mewing, that kind of shit. So there's going to be a lot of ambient noise. These microphones and these phones these days are pretty good if you're in a nice quiet environment. It's almost hard to tell the difference. I mean, 95% of me hearing what I hear on YouTube is through an earbud that is shoved into my fucking ears.
Right. Yep. Yep. Now,
So yeah,
now
go
when
ahead.
when I played out in the bars and stuff, I would have to have my mic. Nobody could ever use my mic because I had to set my mic up a different way. Because even coming through an amplifier, I sound totally different than I do just talking.
Yeah, yeah,
It
And
is me, bedtime clown.
yeah. Hey.
and
Hey,
so
love.
I have to turn the bass up higher than anybody normally would, just so it would capture my actual voice, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. Oh no, yeah. I understand.
How's it going, Dragon?
Hey, Dragon.
Oh, hey, hillbilly man.
Hey,
Good to see
everybody
you,
in
love.
chat. I'm sorry, I've been neglecting the chat. Hello,
I tell you,
everybody.
that
Okay.
stream that COVID did today was good.
I did a hell of a good job. I had that fucker triggered so bad, and that fucker's live now.
Oh, that was another thing I heard too. Yeah, it did. It sounded COVID's okay. COVID's has been knocking it out of the park lately, especially with Abe. Because he's tired of fucking Abe's bullshit. You know.
We all are.
And so for me, it goes back to I don't really understand what your end game is, but another thing I did hear, and I did write this down, hillbilly man. I was in the truck and I did have a pen and a piece of paper, and I said, at the 1 hour mark. I don't know if it was like 105. I was sitting at a light. It's not like I could track it all day.
Right.
I hit the thing on my screen, and the little red slider said 1 hour. I think it was like 105 or something. Somewhere around that mark, he got really angry. You could hear it in his voice. So I want to go back and listen to what that was about.
That was
That live should be up when
Go ahead.
I went after Abe today.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't get to.
So
I didn't.
fucking triggered, bedtime clown.
I was only able to come in and out in very brief periods today during that live, and I really wanted to listen to it, but
Ghost had
that
him
stupid
rolling.
fucker's live right now.
yeah. Well, like I was saying earlier, I'm not gonna go over there because I unsubscribed from all of his bullshit a few weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and I'm not resubbing, so he can kiss my ass.
Well,
He was actually
calling us a locale. And I said, no, wait a minute, Abe. You're the one that's the locale, boy. Who you
Well,
fucking
then,
talking to?
hang on, guys, hang on. Well, Rebel, go watch Abe. Nobody's asking you to fucking be over here, you goddamn retard. Oh, and by the way, let me give you a little bit of really sound financial advice before you get booted out of here. Get a fucking job, you goddamn grifting piece of shit. Anyways. So,
Damn, bedtime clown.
yeah, I mean it's real simple. Get a job. I don't know why you think looking like Napoleon Dynamite's retarded brother searching the internet for a time traveling device is going to bring you fucking money off the internet, you dumb fuck. Sitting on your ass doing nothing has gotten you what? So why are you going to continue to sit on your ass and do nothing on the fucking internet, you stupid fuck? Get a job, son.
Well, that's what I don't understand. As young as he is, why is he not working, and why is he still living at home like Abe? I don't get it.
Because he's a window licker, hillbilly man.
I was 13, working out in the cotton fields, and when I turned 16, I moved out of home. and I've been on
fields.
my own ever since.
That's racist. I'm just kidding.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, man. I don't get it either.
I guess the age differences
Hey, Lisa.
or era or whatever you want to call it is different than the way we were raised.
I,
Well,
you know.
Hillbilly Man, quick
Yeah.
question for you, sweetie.
Yep.
What'd you think of what I did to Abe today?
Oh, you guys were rocking it. That's why I jumped up there for a second and got back down because you guys were rocking. I didn't have to say nothing. It was good.
Oh, thank you.
Hang on, guys. Rebel wants to come up here real quick.
Okay, it's your channel.
Should I bring Rebel up?
Your
No.
channel. You do what you feel.
I'm gonna let him up because I'm gonna let him up for a minute because
Alrighty.
he last time he had a panel. Well, I don't know if it was the last time, but a couple times ago he let me up. So
Alrighty.
let me let him up real quick. What do you want, you fucking retard?
Pussy.
Hi, by the way. Hello.
Fuck you, pussy.
How are you doing?
Owning your ass, you fucking old piece of shit. And I just want to tell you, your money doesn't mean fuck. Your job doesn't mean fuck. You're still a fucking piece of trash, you motherfucker.
And what's that
Now,
make you?
Everything to fucking break your bitch ass. I don't give a fuck what you're worth.
I mean,
Connie, what's that make you?
okay.
Makes me better than you, bitch. Fucking hillbilly motherfucker. Redneck fucking
You
racist.
think it
shit.
makes you better, right?
Fuck you.
Hey, I own my home. What do you own?
Shut up, faggot.
Nothing,
I own your
bitch.
fucking face, bitch. Shut up.
You're an e-begging little bitch who lives off of mommy.
Bye, Rebel. This is so
He's
angry.
fucking triggered. Anyhow,
Goddamn.
you know how good it felt of having Abe's ass up on COVID? Man, I'm not the one that's triggered there, Abe. You're the one that's triggered.
Oh yeah, he got
Hey,
triggered
Bandit.
big time.
That's
By me, of
amazing.
course.
It's amazing. It really is. It really is. But yeah, so did anything else interesting come out of all of any notable timestamps
Oh,
I
you
should
want a
go
good
to
laugh?
or
You want a good laugh? So I
well,
go
yeah,
in
I
his
always love a
live.
good laugh.
I went in his live, right? Hillbilly Man saw me.
Yeah.
And I go in there because I was going to trigger his ass. And then he goes and wrenches me. I am not your friend, motherfucker. Where do you think you get that?
Go ahead. Sorry.
He's got it set up to where anytime anybody goes in there, they're automatically wrenched.
Why?
know
I'm
you could
not
do
his
that.
friend. I don't get it.
He's using OBS now, I guess, and I guess there's some way you could set it up because as soon as you type one word and you hit enter,
The
automatically
moderator,
that quick you're blue.
the moderator.
Oh, I won't
FAQ
go up on
pops
his panel. I'll refuse. I'll go up on bedtime clowns and flying monkeys. I would have went up on flying monkeys last night, but I had my own live stream to deal with. So, you know, he was drilling me the other day up on COVID's, drilling me like he's a fucking attorney. And this is a fucking courtroom of whining about me being up on flying monkeys.
Well, Dragon, he must have been in cop mode.
Right.
I'm curious. Is that like a button on his body that Lady Di pushes whenever he has to come change her diaper? You know what I mean? Like he comes in and he's like, "Hey, Lady Di," and she's like, "Hang on, come on over here, Abe." And then she pushes his butthole, and then he's like, "I'm in cop mode."
Well, he was getting his ass handed to him today, and he must have, when COVID put him in the back, he must have called Lady Di to come over and help him.
Probably.
Because she wasn't there for biggest part of it, and then all of a sudden, boom, she shows up.
Well, yeah, he did that, I think, yesterday, right? I mean, COVID's told him multiple times, and it probably happened today as well.
It
COVID
was
like,
today, yes.
I don't know. It was yesterday too. I was listening
Yeah.
to it on the way home from work.
Yep, it was
COVID was
yesterday, too.
COVID was telling him, don't bring Lady Di over here. This isn't an open panel. I don't want, I don't have any issues with Lady Di or whatever. And you're bringing her up and blah, blah, blah. And Abe's going, whoa, well, how can I tell the story if I don't bring her up and blah, 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 and all this shit. And so he's grabbing her and he's basically just forcing her like on a leash, like a dog on a leash. Come over here, come over here, come over here. I mean, and
And then when she gets up there, let her talk. And then he keeps talking, and
Yeah.
COVID says, why don't you
And-
shut up and let her talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's a weird dynamic because even though there's been a lot of people that have pointed that out about those two, right? She doesn't ever actually assert herself. Like I really do wish that somebody had the audio of the last time he and I tangled on Lady Di's channel, because when I got off of there, she chewed his ass. When I hung up the phone, so to speak, before my StreamYard shut down on my phone, I heard her. She goes, now, Abe, such and such and so and so, and then it shut off. And I tried to get back to the stream as soon as I could, but it just a few seconds had gone by, and then they were on to another subject. Like basically, I think she was telling him to shut the fuck up and stop doing whatever it was that he was doing. And so that those two, ever since then, in my opinion, she'll say whatever she wants to say about me wherever, right? And he does the same thing, but they don't let that dynamic out. But there's a lot said in their silence towards each other, in my opinion,
Right.
where she doesn't say anything, and he'll tell the story, whatever the story is, right, which is a complete lie, and then go, isn't that right, Lady Di? And she'll go, yep.
Yeah.
And how they think that, like, all of these, how they think that escapes the majority of us is beyond me. I mean, it really is. It's like, dude, a fucking 5-year-old could pick up that you're fucking lying through your goddamn teeth.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
here's what's so funny is what he doesn't get is I'm friends with you, Flying Monkey, and all this stuff. And, you're defending all these locales. Listen, motherfucker, they are my friends, and you're talking about the women that I'm friends with? Get the fuck out of here, boy.
yeah, and that. So the guilt by association thing.
Do I care?
The one
No.
thing that I find amazing that they never address, and it doesn't matter whether or not Lady Di's got her videos up. It absolutely doesn't matter. They say now their excuse is for them, telling lies about me. The excuse is that that 2 sock accounts came into Lady Di's chat and told Lady Di that I was talking shit about her, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, then how come they glaze over the fact that those were sock accounts, and sock accounts are largely full of shit, and that I never talked shit about Lady Di? They just attacked me for no reason. How come they glaze over that and continue to do so? And they complain and say that I'm attacking them and that I've said all this shit about Lady Di, and they're not wrong. I do attack them, and I do talk shit about Lady Di, and I do talk shit about Abe, but they did it first. Why do they glaze over that? Why is that not an issue? I mean, for them at least.
Because those are Abe's sock accounts.
That's exactly right. But see, Abe's telling a lie there too. Those were Abe's sock accounts.
Yes.
But Abe himself, under his own account, was in there as well,
Yeah.
saying the same exact thing. And he says, well, Bedtime Clown doesn't have any receipts. Well, Lady Di, put your videos back up. We all know you're full of shit that you needed storage space. That's a fucking lie.
Right.
You
Because the
took
thing of
those
it is,
She took those fucking videos down because of two reasons. Number one, she was sick and tired, and it made her look really bad because of Abe causing a bunch of shit with her on her channel. And the other reason is because those videos in that time period prove that Abe stood up for Rick Productions and that they were trying to set me up with that JJ guy so that they could claim, use me as content and claim that I was a Chomo supporter and that I was somehow involved behind the scenes and all that, because Abe thinks that I've been behind the scenes all of this fucking time.
exactly.
That's why she will not put those videos back up.
Yep.
100%.
Oh, okay,
Guaranteed.
bedtime clown. I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
So, Abe's sitting there going that all the receipts I have of him tagging me and everything else and what I had Flying Monkey sent you is not receipts. Fuck you, Abe. It is receipts. Who you talking there, boy?
Yeah,
Well, you need to stop manufacturing receipts on him. That's what you need to do.
right.
I'm not doing any of that. They're screenshots from my own phone.
It's a
I
joke, Dragon,
screenshot
because
it.
that's what he says we do. We manufacture them.
Right.
He's so full of shit, too.
But I want to
Wow.
say hello to Jane and Bandit. I don't want them to think that I'm ignoring them.
Yeah, I'm not ignoring you guys either. Is anybody
Hey,
with a
Bandit.
wrench still in here?
I don't know. I'm not wrench, so
I'm on StreamYard, so I can't tell.
All right, hang on.
I know I'm not. Before I came up, but
I've learned to download. I downloaded StreamYards on my phone, and it won't let you do a live stream, but you can join other live streams without having to turn on YouTube.
I've got StreamYard on my phone, and I set up and I go live.
Yeah, I can too now. I downloaded the other version to where I can do a live stream on my phone, and I'm going to try and do one tomorrow on my phone. But it'll be the first time. But I'm going to try it.
So, right. So what makes me sick is because I'm friends with you, bedtime clown, and I'm friends with other people. I'm a locale because I'm sticking up for you all and I'm hanging out with you all. Do I give a shit what you think, Abe? No, I don't. But I told you, you don't like it when I tell you about yourself. I had you fucking triggered on COVID's yesterday, today, or whatever, and you're still triggered. You're still afraid of me there, boy. Come on.
Jane, Dave, feel free. Okay.
It's going to be, Elliot, it'll be 7 o'clock New Jersey time. I don't know if that's Pacific or Mountain time or whatever, but it'll be 7 o'clock my time. Right now, 11, so whatever time it is now at your time, that's how you can figure it out. and
I mean,
listen, what it is, Abe can't stand the fact that we have all formulated our own opinions about him by ourselves.
Yep.
Not by what
Yep.
somebody else has said, only by his own actions. But he
Yeah.
wants to say that we're copying our Rick's the head master of telling us what to say and when to say it, and that's not even true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Right. I mean, yeah. I don't even know what to say about that. I can't help it. None of us can help it if a person of Abe's temperament and behavior, and Abe himself, goes through life and everybody that encounters him can't stand him. That is not our problem. And if all of those people throughout his window of time on the face of this planet almost all form the same opinion of him, how is that anyone else's fault other than his? Answer me that. I mean, it's not.
Hey,
it's not.
Albert's trying to come up.
Is that Albert Mill?
Where?
I don't know.
Does
But
he
it's
ever come up on panel? I've never seen him on a panel.
I don't know.
It's probably
don't
not
think I
Albert.
have.
He's because he hardly ever comes up on a panel. I've
Yeah.
only known him to do 2 or 3 panels, and that's been a long time ago.
Mm. Well, let's see. Albert, is that you? I'm guessing that's a hard no.
There should be 3 dots by his name, and if you
Mhm.
click on that, it was me. He says,
Oh, it was him?
"Yep," he says it was him.
Well, god damn it, now I gotta go unblock him.
Oh yeah. But
How the fuck do I do that?
Abe acts like a fucking child. Okay? He's got a mind of a 10-year-old and whatever, and I don't give a fuck what he says. But, you know, I'm the one, he's not living free in my head. I'm living in yours there, Abe. I told him today. You
Well, listen,
stupid fuck.
when you have to have 5 or 6 1 terabyte of hard drives to keep all of these, I'm just going by what he says, to keep up with all these recordings that he says he's got, all of these chats, emails, whatever he's got. When you have to waste your time doing all that, you don't have a
Mhm.
life.
Exactly.
You can't.
Mm-mm.
Because even in my
And
free
he,
time, I'm not worried about YouTube. I spend time with my grandkids. I go to the stores. I do all kinds of stuff. Um, I just don't see. I mean, he's obsessed with YouTube. That's all there is to it. He is
well,
obsessed.
he says, "Oh, I'm not stalking the women." Bullshit. Yes, you are, motherfucker. Who do you think you are there, Abe?
Okay,
Nobody.
Hillbilly, you're gonna have to talk me through unbanning from StreamYard.
I think you have to go to your settings
Yeah, but
and
is
then
it
go to uh, community or shit. It's been so long since I've done that. Um,
God
shit.
damn it. You gotta be quicker than that, Albert. Fucking
Let's
shit.
see.
Can you not click on his name?
Well, he's not in the studio because I banned him from it.
Yeah, but can you not click on his name from there and unblock him?
Not in the
StreamYard.
not in StreamYard.
I don't know anything about it. I've never blocked anybody from my StreamYard. So
All right,
I don't know.
I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna look it up for you, and I'll make sure we have the correct information to
Okay.
get him back in here.
All right.
All right, I'll be right
Thank
back.
you. All right.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Albert. I'm a retard. And I think I just meant to kick and not ban, but now I have no idea how to fucking get back to it or where it's at. I mean, I have my Google settings. Does StreamYard do that? Is that connected
I don't
somehow?
know, sweetie. I don't know.
I don't know either. I guess here, let me look.
I'm sorry. I wish I did. I've never had to kick anybody because I normally don't just let anyone up on my panel. I'll send it to people I know, but
Well,
I don't drop my link. So
jobless e-begging loser. I banned him because he banned me, so he can stay banned. But I meant to kick the Albert Mel. I didn't know it was Albert. I figured when they didn't say anything, it was probably Truthfinder or Rebel trying to get back up here. So I'm looking at my Google account now to see if maybe there's something there.
yeah. So what really triggers Abe there that I'm friends with all of you and he don't like it. But I go in his chat tonight and mods me up and thinks I'm his friend. I am not your friend there, Abe. Get over yourself. Come on. I was just there to troll your ass. Why not?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. He keeps going on about this content trolling, right? I mean,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I never like targeted this individual to like suck him into some network of trolling and being made fun of and all of that kind of shit, unlike they were trying to do to me. I thought I was just going up on panel and having a friendly conversation with a lonely old lady and some people in chat, you know what I mean, and telling some stupid dad jokes from time to time, and I mean, I literally thought that was it. I've never seen somebody get so fucking jealous and possessive. And
Yep.
no, whether he's using a voice changer or not, the only problem is he doesn't have a personality changer. So it's kind of like I do I do understand, I suppose, you know, his jealousy and his anger at other people. I mean, look at all the people that he actually has a problem with. When you listen to them on panels and you listen to their interactions with other people and other communities, most, if not all, of the people that he has a problem with don't have the personality of a fucking banana peel that's been rotting in the sun for a few hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, they all have
Yeah.
the gift of gab. They all have something to
Yep.
contribute. A lot of them are very funny in their own ways. They tell funny jokes, all of that kind of stuff. And Abe just cannot fucking stand that. And I think we all know that Lady Di, she does not like people stealing the show either. Well, Lady Di, if you had something to offer other than a fucking occasional rainstorm, a dry, dusty environment, shooting fucking or federally protected birds with a fucking pellet gun, and the goddamn weather report, maybe you wouldn't be in the fucking boat you're on. Oh, and let's not forget you kind of being a dried up old cunt to everybody. Maybe, just maybe, you wouldn't be in the fucking shitstorm you're in. And then you bring this fucking retard in to try to fucking salvage whatever fucking crap you died a long time ago. I mean, come on, man. There were people that were willing to help you out and help you along and shit or whatever, you know, and I don't mean like, hey, I think you need some help. I mean, it's just like he was saying earlier on his thing. He said, nobody else was willing to come and help Lady Di or talk to her. He's basically calling her a lonely old woman is what he was doing, right? I mean, some things don't need to be said, in my opinion. You just go and you try to be nice and you try to be cordial and you just try to say hello, right? I mean, the obvious didn't need to be fucking stated, and it certainly didn't need to be hammered fucking home. But once you goddamn whack jobs start fucking making up bullshit stories on the fucking internet and talking a bunch of shit, oh, and let's not forget, knowing about pedophiles, knowing about their fucking husbands, blowing the pedophiles, know about the fucking files that get destroyed on the internet, and then start lying about people and then standing up for those fucking pieces of shit, trying to cover your own ass. Well, I guess people like me, who are pretty much live and let live people, might take an issue with that and start calling you a bunch of lying, chomo supporting pieces of shit. So, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I'm a petty motherfucker. I've told you before, you know, either suck it up and quit fucking crying about it, or go fuck yourself. I mean, I really don't know. You know, I mean, how about both? No, I didn't.
Did you hear it when I called Abe a crybaby?
Hey, man.
I did. I called him a crybaby.
God damn it, I'm still trying to figure out how to unblock.
But, man, you know, I say it like it is, and he don't like it. Well, too fucking bad there, boy. You know, you've lost your mind. I told him he spills the same shit, and then, you know, going after the women, he seems to not learn how to quit that, and he thinks he doesn't have to. He thinks he's God, and he thinks he's all this, but you ain't there, Abe. Get over yourself, boy. Come on.
But see, that's the thing. I mean, I guess he does believe that shit about himself. But I think he thinks that it's part of his act and his shtick on YouTube. But the problem is that it actually bleeds over into his daily life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. and he can't let it go. And I think that's, I didn't listen to all of what Lady Di had to say yet, and I will. But I have a feeling that that's sort of what Lady Di was excusing by using the he's in cop mode. That's just how he acts. Well, Lady Di, it's not really about being in cop mode. It's about being in it's about being in whack job stalker. Fuck, that's not cop mode. Well, it may be cop mode to Lady Di because we all know she hates cops. So I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I asked her one simple question. Because this is the first time I've encountered her. I was trying to be respectful. I was trying to be nice. But when I asked her the question I asked her, well, what all these women have done to him, what do you, like, in a way, like, what do you expect? Hey, now, he made his bed. He lied in it. He brought this shit on himself. And then saying that, well, because I've heard all this shit from other people. No, it's not just because I've heard shit from other people. I've heard you on other people's panels, Abe, my own damn self, and I have my own mind. I see what you are. Stop. Get over yourself. Come on. Fuck. I mean, bedtime clown, the little bit you've known.
Hang on, Albert. I'm trying to work on it. Yeah.
I've been nothing but respectful to you and your wife, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So, Abe can sit there and say I'm a local and call me a bitch, whatever, whatnot. I don't give a shred of a fuck. But you're going after women I know that I'm friends with and the men that I know. And you don't seem to know when to quit because you're bored with yourself. Come on.
Okay, I'm in the studio. Where is the blocked thingy?
I don't know. Otherwise, if I knew, I'd help you. I don't know.
Let me try.
I've never, like I said, I've never had to do it. Otherwise, if I knew, I'd help you, but I really, truly don't know. But, yeah, it felt good going after Abe. You just don't have no idea how much fun it really was.
I know it. It's like Terry said, sometimes it's like... sometimes kicking the fucking you just got to kick the retard. I mean, it's not out of frustration or even maliciousness. No. It's just like I don't know how to explain it.
Well, he's such a crybaby. He won't forget about the past, but he'll keep bringing it up regardless. And I told him he was living in fantasy land. I did. I did.
Okay, hang on a second. Hang on. I think I'm getting close. Let me see. Why is Ed Ramirez hidden? That's fucked up.
I don't know.
Who did that?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Hang on, I'm looking. Hi, Abe. You're not getting unblocked, bitch.
Nope. It was fun when I was up here. I was going after him up here. Our channel.
Oh, hey, Rebel. Hey, buddy. He's in there, too.
Yeah. I mean, I had fun going after him up on your panel.
Sugar crits in my fucking block list. Those might be socks. I don't know.
I don't know. Sweetie, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
And who could block sugar crits? That's another question. Like, she has a wrench in here.
I don't know. But like I said, I was having fun with him.
So we'll know if the sugar crits, if that's a sock, because sugar crits does have a wrench in here, and Sugar Crits comes back without a wrench, y'all know y'all can just whack the fuck out of that dipshit.
Well, like I said, I ain't modded, so I can't whack anybody.
Okay, so I don't see Albert Mel in here because I think I didn't block him. He's blocked on StreamYard. He's not blocked in the channel. So
I don't know.
I don't know how to unblock him from StreamYard. Hang on, I'm looking through one more time just to make sure he's not in this list.
I feel bad because I can't help you.
Listen, I need a lot of fucking help, okay? You know what I mean? Like,
if I knew how to do all that.
In many different ways. There's many different ways I need help. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. Let me see if I can figure this out. This way. Okay, hold up.
Well, I even had Terry vouch for me that I stopped in Flying Monkeys before I went live. I said, hey to all. I went and dealt with my life. And I said to Terry, Terry, was I in Flying Monkeys last night? And Terry said to him flat out, Dragon was live on her own channel. So you can't accuse me being in Flying Monkeys when I wasn't even there. I was dealing with my own live stream. Which I felt bad, and I did watch the replay, Flying Monkey. I did, love. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I mean, you don't like the friends I keep. Well, that's too bad. I like the friends I keep. So get over yourself. Come on. Like, I don't think Abe knows what it's like to be a friend at all. I think he just knows how to be creepy and stalkerish vibes, like I told him. You know? Like, what the fuck? It's crazy, dude. You know?
So this is saying that I can't. It's saying that I can't unblock him. I would have to start the stream over. Can y'all see him in chat?
I see him.
Okay, so he's not blocked. He's not blocked from the StreamYard chat. He's not blocked from the channel chat. Okay, so hang on. How do I block someone from the StreamYard studio? That's what I need. Because he's not blocked. He's not blocked from the chat. A blocked viewer cannot be unblocked for the particular stream they were blocked from, but that wasn't the same thing. He was blocked from the studio. Okay, hang on. So blocked people will still be able to send messages on their end, but they will no longer show up in the chat for anyone else to see, but y'all can see him. A blocked viewer cannot be unblocked for the particular stream that they were blocked from. So he's not blocked from that. He's blocked from the studio. So then that's what I typed in, was how to unblock him from the studio. Deleting comments. I don't want banning studio guests. There may be instance when you need to ban block a studio guest. The guest must use the authenticate feature. It needs to be enabled for this to work. The feature requires all guests to authenticate by logging into a valid Facebook or YouTube account. Blah blah blah. Must be logged into your StreamYard account in order to ban block a studio guest. What about unbanning them, motherfucker? Click on ban guest. Okay, thank you. They will be kicked from the studio. Presumably you've been blocked. If they try to rejoin with the same account, they would see the message, the host has blocked you from entering this broadcast. If you click on the ban from studio button before enabling the guest authentication feature, you'll have the option to enable it, after which they will be kicked from the studio and can rejoin after authenticating. Okay, let me read that again. If you click on the ban from studio button before enabling the guest authentication feature, you'll have the option to enable it, after Okay, which they will be kicked from the studio and can rejoin after authenticating. Okay, so that's not exactly what we're looking for here. Can banned guests... Okay, hold up. Banned guests will not be able to rejoin the studio using the same account that was banned. They may, however, enter the studio using a different YouTube, Facebook account. You will need to re-ban the user again. Well, I don't want... How can I remove a banned guest from the banned guest list? Okay, yes. Good Lord. To do this, enter the studio, click on settings, and click on the X on their name to remove them. Okay, so... Well, where the fuck is that? Settings. So I was here earlier and I didn't see it. Guests. Okay, there we go. Hillbilly Man said this. I'm sorry, Hillbilly Man. Remember, the R word, okay? Okay, Albert. Goodness gracious. Great balls of motherfucking fire.
I was thinking that myself. But you must have been thinking of like love.
Hey, look, I'm not the shining light, the bastion of reading comprehension sometimes either, you know. I mean, I did spend a few hours at the eye doctor today. Why? Because I'm fucking blind, okay? That's why, you know.
Oh, I was going to ask you, how did that go, love?
Went fucking great. Has anybody ever told you how good it is to be able to fucking see? Well, listen, if nobody's ever told you that, it's like a whole fucking new world has opened up.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went live last night. Abe was afraid. He said he was afraid to step in my chat because he knew if I seen him, I'd be like, stalker, creepy. Yeah, you just would have been taken out by my mods, point blank and simple. You're lucky Bedtime Clown wasn't in my chat last night because he would have been modded right away and he would have took your sorry ass out of there, so I would have been good.
I mean, a lot of times, I mean, the wrenches that I hold, a lot of those people, I probably shouldn't even have a wrench. I mean, I wouldn't know who to block or what, you know what I mean? Like, like the comment that I just got rid of, I mean, that's fairly obvious, but I don't see that a whole lot in the channels that I hold wrenches in. And I'm also not in the channels that I hold wrenches in a lot. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm either somewhere or I'm working or whatever the case is. I don't keep my phone. I don't keep my phone on me. So a lot of times I have to, like, if I'm listening to one of y'all streaming, I have to put it on. Yeah. And then I'll choose something else to play later in the queue because people end abruptly, that kind of shit. And I don't want to have to stop what I'm doing to go, you know what I mean? Because I don't keep my phone on me. I don't want my phone to be getting fucked up because the environment I work in.
Well, I said it too to scare Abe.
Yes, Dave. StreamYards yes.
But I said it to scare Abe too, just to have some fun. But last night's stream was pretty good. I was interviewing a friend of mine, another creator, last night. So it was a good time.
I didn't realize Albert may need the link to come back up. Yeah, he doesn't. And Hillbilly Man, you're welcome to come back up if you want to, if you're able. Yeah, he doesn't like to be told to get it. It's like the simplest solution you give him, the simplest, easiest way to go. You know, you would think being a stoner, he would be like, yeah, man, maybe getting a job is the answer. Like, I could just like find something simple. I could get high, you know. I'd probably stop stalking people on the internet and recording their conversations and flipping out in front of judges at courthouses and shit, you know, dude. And then I'd be like, wow, I can pay for my own weed. And then I could, you know, like take care of my mom and stuff. And I could be high the whole time and nobody would ever know anything's really wrong with me. But instead, he's just like, I'm just gonna like call people bitches and I'm gonna fucking, you know, fucking I don't know, dox everybody and I'm gonna fucking abuse women and I'm gonna fucking kill cats and I'm gonna finger my grandma, whatever the fuck it is, you know. finger my little nephew, and I mean, it's so. And then I'm gonna cry on the internet about it when people point it out constantly, because I'm not an LOL cow whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Well, no, but I mean, what I think is funny is when Terry asked Abe if he was on the spectrum.
Oh, I did hear that. I heard that too. He totally fucking ignored it. He totally ignored it. And did he not ask Lady Di the same thing? Didn't he ask her if Abe was on the spectrum?
So.
I'll have to go back and listen. Hey, whoa, Lisa.
I don't remember, but I was laughing. I was having a good time. I'm just like, fucking for real. Come on there, Abe.
Honestly, Dave, $1 a day is more than he's making now on a consistent basis. So if he can do that, we should probably pat him on the back. I mean, granted, he could literally go just like let his 5 o'clock shadow grow to 6 p.m. before the sun goes down and go beg on the street and probably make like $150. But he's too good for that. So, you know, I don't know what to tell him.
True. But I think it's fucking hilarious, my friend. I do.
I will keep talking soap and woulda. I
yeah,
will.
right.
Thank you for your permission to do whatever the fuck I want to do on my channel. I mean, like, what do these fucking people want? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, you know, I support you and your wife. You know that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Not financially support. You just offer a kind word and good good conversation. You know, well, you know, support. It doesn't seem to be defined on these streets. I mean, everything is either, you know, it's either balls to the wall, assholes and elbows, or it's just non-existent, right? I mean, you can't even go to Rebel and be like, "Hey, I'm another poor person without a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. I just wanted to try to throw you some positive vibes," and he goes, "Fuck you, faggot, I'm better than you." You know, I mean, you know, you don't support me, right? I mean, so what does that mean? And then the next time that very same person might go in there and go, "Dude, I can't give you any money," and he goes, "Well, fuck you, faggot, you think this is about money?" Oh, okay, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that makes a lot of fucking sense.
I mean, you know, I've been around
Hey,
YouTube
Polly,
a long
make
time,
that 16.
and I'm not doing YouTube to make money. I've made so many friends along the way. I'm not doing it to make money. Oh, no. Fuck no.
I have other talents I can use to make money. You know, like welding and machining and handyman stuff and fishing and all that other crap.
Oh, I was going to ask you, how's the little baby, by the way?
Abby, she's doing good. You know, she's just hanging out, and you know, I mean, for as old as she is, I'm really shocked at the turnaround that she's had. I grill her 3 chicken breasts every week on Sunday, fairly large ones, and I chop them up, you know, probably like, I don't know, maybe like an ounce or 2, twice a day. Chop them, you know, cut them up and chop them up real fine. And that's what she takes her medication with. And she's gained weight. Now, she was shaking a little bit the other day. I don't really know what was going on. It wasn't cold or anything, but like I said, you know, she's pushing 20 years old, so she was shivering a little bit. But her turnaround since, like, we talked about that on Flying Monkeys, and everybody was giving their advice in the chat and stuff, and she Monkey sent the those emails and posted on her channel the stuff that y'all suggested and that we've done. She has not been back to the vet since, because she hasn't had to go. You know what I mean? Like, she has improved damn near 100%. Don't get me wrong, she's not a 5-year-old anymore. she's old, you know, but she's back to almost what she was before the holidays. So that's made us, especially Voodoo, really, really happy. And yeah, she's She's doing a lot
Well,
better.
how
So
about
we.
the kitty?
Oh, okay. So yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what cat was run over out there, and obviously it was one of the other cats. I thought it was the mama, but it wasn't. They so after I told y'all about that on Mammy's the other night, I didn't see any of the cats for 2 days, and yeah, I was bumming around about it. I was upset about it. And then I believe it was Thursday morning. I walked outside to smoke. I went to
Yeah.
work and I worked for a couple hours. Then I took a break and I went outside to smoke. And just out of the corner of my eye, that little black cat went running by. And I looked over and I seen the black cat, and then I saw the mama. And I mean, I just fucking, it was like a cloud had been lifted off of me. I got hit earlier this week, too, on the way home from work. The day before.
Oh no.
Yeah, a lady, I had switched lanes on the highway, and a lady wasn't looking and, crashed into the front of my truck. With the front of her car, because she was basically going like catty cornered across the fucking highway, and she crashed into me. It wasn't very bad, except I take a lot of pride in the appearance of my truck, so I did file it on her insurance. Like, yeah, you're gonna fix that. Plus, I have the dash cam video. It just so happened that I put my dash cam back in my truck after a couple of years, and it had been in there since Tuesday, and this happened on Wednesday afternoon. So I was upset about the truck. I was upset about the cats. But anyways, yeah, I was fumbling around my phone. Black Kitty was like, because I was meowing at him. I don't know if it's a him or her. Mama won't let them. They're skittish. You know what I mean? They're feral cats
Yeah,
in an
they're
industrial
wild.
in an industrial environment, and they pretty much avoid people. But they will come eat snacks. And they'll hang out, here and there. But so yeah, so good news. I like I said, I don't know which one of them was run over, and I don't really know how many kittens. I don't know how many kittens there were in total, because I didn't even know that she had kittens until recently. I only saw like 3 of them, and I didn't get a very good look at them because they scamper and scurry everywhere. So it's kind of hard to catch them.
I get you,
me.
love.
Hey, hillbilly. Thanks for doing that. I'm sorry I didn't read and wrap my mind around what you were saying.
Oh, that's all right.
When you said studio, I jumped right into my YouTube studio, and I was like, I'm not seeing it. Fuck. Yeah, but it was right there in front of my face. I mean, that's how it goes, right?
Right.
But Albert, if you're still here and you're still listening, you are unblocked and can come back up if you want to.
Right.
I've never even heard Albert on a panel, so.
I have, I believe, twice in Lady Dice and once on Rick's, I believe. He was on Rick Crude's panel once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Very seldom does he go up. That's why I was surprised when you said Albert Mel. I was like, what?
Yeah, he'd been sitting up here for a few minutes and nothing was getting typed in the private chat. Well, I didn't have it open, but after the banning, and then I saw there was a comment in there that said it's me. So I'm not sure when that comment came up.
Right. Well, I don't know where you guys are at in the state situation, but here in New Jersey, we got a bunch of snow.
Oh man.
Oh, I got a little bit the other night.
Y'all can keep that shit.
Oh my gosh.
I just got a little bit. It wasn't much.
This weather has been crazy. It was warm all last week. Most of this week it was nice and warm. And this morning it started sleeting a little bit. And then all of a sudden the snow came down, and they were big snowflakes. And now the snow plows are out, and they'll be out all night tonight.
Oh man, we had a fairly mild winter this year.
We have to,
and late
honestly.
last year. Now, Voodoo and I did go to Colorado for a few days back in early December, and we spent 4 days in like 3 feet of snow.
Oh wow.
So we got our fill,
Well,
And,
to be honest, we've really had a very mild winter too, as far as that goes, because normally we get a lot of snow, but we haven't this year.
Yeah. Oh, what are you gonna do with my channel there, buddy?
Oh, he just ain't giving up, is he?
I mean, that's internet butthurt, man.
Yeah, you
Who's
can tell just by
butthurt
the way
now?
he talked to you.
It's these butthurt fucking tinfoil hat wearing freaks that are paranoid as a. I'm so paranoid, it's debilitating. I'm sure it is.
Well,
That's why you should seek some professional help and stop putting your eggs in the basket of I'm going to get on the internet and get bullied to help me out, because it's not going to happen.
Is it true or not true? Because I'm only going by what I heard. Did Connie really have something to do with that McDonald's place?
It wouldn't surprise me if he did. I mean, come on. Hey, y'all know something? Okay, if y'all, well, we were talking about listening with earbuds, right? Earlier, Hillbilly Man. And okay, so for well over a year now, when I would listen to him from time to time, especially when he would go on and on about a lighter. Here, Miss Joe, hang on. Let me give Miss Joe a wrench. She'll take care of it. Let me get this loaded. But whenever I would listen, I would hear him. He's clicking lighters constantly.
Oh wow!
And I believe he's a pyromaniac.
Yep.
And that. So when that news story came out, somebody had like lit the fucking McDonald's down the street from his house on fire. He was like the first fucking person I could think of. I thought, I know that little weird motherfucker was probably sitting in the bathroom jacking off or something, because that's the only fucking privacy he can get. You know what I mean? Like, Ellen is so far up his motherfucking ass.
Right.
It wouldn't surprise me a bit if he wasn't in there like stroking his little pud, because he can't fucking, you know what I mean? Like, in that tiny apartment.
And did you guys watch him when he got into that little fender bender?
Oh yeah,
I saw that. I don't remember. Oh, I think it was our other friend's channel. I saw that on. I just don't want to say who it is.
That's what you get for not paying attention to the road, and you're too worried about what people are saying in the chat on YouTube.
And I love the fact that it was Diane, that whatever she said, and he looked down like motherfucker, and then boom, it's like, y'all. And then the hours and hours and hours and years at this point that he has spent talking about going real life. You know what I mean? Like, these people fuck with our real lives. So he accused me of fucking with his real life, right?
Wow.
But he never said what it was that I did. And I can tell you that I have a theory, and Voodoo agrees.
Okay,
So,
I'm listening.
I don't know if y'all remember or not, but I was going around saying that Ellen had a $15,000 slush fund that he didn't know anything about.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And at first nobody was biting on it, but then a few people started to acknowledge it. And they wouldn't say anything. It would just be like just a really modest, minute kind of acknowledgement of it. Grammatically speaking, I guess it would just be like, "Oh, really?" or "Oh, interesting," or something like that. You know what I mean? This motherfucker confronted her about it. And
shit.
Yes, they got into a huge fucking fight. over it.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Good one, bedtime clown.
I know. And I've got one for Abe I want to do so bad, and Voodoo was like, no. And I'm like, please.
But it sounds good though. Come on.
Right?
Yes.
Listen,
If bedtime clown does it, I'm all for it.
listen, Rebel. Okay, Voodoo warned you. She fucking warned you multiple times. If you fuck with her, you're gonna fucking regret it, because I will not stop. She told you that. She told you that multiple fucking times. And you, like the groveling little bitch that you are, you fucking said, not only with her on the phone, but with me on the phone as well, at the same time, in the same fucking room, on the same fucking video calls, you said I would never ever do that. I have the utmost respect for you guys, and I really appreciate all the help that you've given me, and blah 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 blah, on and on and on. Make me fucking puke, you little rat motherfucker. You deserve every motherfucking bit of that. And believe you me, buddy, I'm not done.
Oh my God, I love it when you start getting that angry mode going and you start putting them curse words in there, you little rat.
I was waiting for him to call him the little rat. I was waiting for that.
And all I had to do was plant a tiny little fucking seed.
Oh yeah.
And water it from time to time. I didn't have to dox you. I didn't have to fucking show up at your pathetic fucking roach infested apartment. I don't have to do any of that bullshit. I don't have to do any of this shit you accuse people of paying people to go spy on you. I don't have to do any of that shit. All I had to do was use a few fucking words and a goddamn chat.
Yep.
Sleep well, you little bitch. And get a fucking job.
Yep. And it's funny how that really does work. That you plant that little seed and you get that one person to take a hold. And it's on then.
Well, I told Abe the other night, right? He didn't believe me. You know? I don't know, man. I don't know. And none of this would have happened had he not gone and like, he could have gone and lied to Lady Di about that night, right?
Right.
But if Lady Di would have been like, I haven't seen any receipts of this or whatever, I don't believe what you're saying, and she didn't even have to say it live, just not even acknowledge it and not block me or ban me or say all of the rotten shit that she said that triggered me to basically call her a diaper wearing sack of shit,
right.
Chomo supporting sack of shit. Let me correct myself there. Had she just let it roll off her back or whatever, and I don't even have to be in her channel. I mean, she could have literally said, Bedtime Clown, I don't like you, fuck off. I'll fuck off.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, it's really that fucking simple, you know?
Well,
I mean,
she
any
didn't
one of
start that receipt bullshit until Abe came around.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
That's where all that shit started from. Just like her saying, oh, I kicked Hillbilly Man off my panel and he knows why. Yeah, I know why. Because I went up there to stand up for Becca because you had no right saying what you said about her.
Yep.
And you had no right doing what you did.
100%. And he also, during that panel, admitted that he is the one that had the pictures of the child and sent them to Lady Di.
Right.
What a
Ooh, where's your receipt? I had that evidence destroyed like another fucking pedo supporting piece of shit on this platform.
And
right?
Now when you say something, oh, I never said that.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Right.
Everybody heard you.
Spent the last year and a half talking about how he was a police officer at Rockford University, and then gets on COVID the other day and goes, you know, I never said that on YouTube.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck?
That was the bombshell. That oh my gosh, he couldn't have said it any better.
I mean, he hangs himself every fucking time.
That's what I told him. I've told him multiple times. I said, dude, all my receipts are everything that comes out of your mouth.
Right.
You know, all I have to, I said, that's the beautiful thing about me. I let you do all the fucking talking, and then I have the patience to let everybody else witness it.
Yep.
And then they just like Hillbilly Man, just like you said, everybody formulates their own fucking opinion, which just happens to be a consensus, not because of me,
Right.
because of you.
Yep. And
That's
and
the
thing
one
is,
thing that these internet fucking spurgs don't fucking seem to understand, that's been going on since, according to Abe, 1991 online, is
Right.
that you motherfuckers haven't changed a bit. It doesn't matter. One of y'all could take your own life. You could go fucking shoot up a goddamn school. You could go fucking, I don't know, go to space and be a Space Force door gunner, or go pretend like you fucking spotted a tornado, or whatever the fuck it is that you invented Morse code, or, you know, I don't know, that you're a fucking cop fireman. You can go do that all you fucking want to. You can go to prison. You can get murdered. You can do whatever. But there is a recurring wave and sea of retards that are exactly like you, that most of us have experienced over the past 25 years. We know how to handle you. Don't think that you're something new.
yep.
Why don't you just be a why don't you just be a normal person? I mean, I get that your handicaps and your incapacity and some prevents you from doing that, but this is why I say you actually need a handler. You need somebody that actually cares about you to limit your time online. Like in the case of Lady Di and Abe, Lady Di is not that person.
No.
Abe, you are not a support animal. You're the antithesis of a support dog.
Yep. Well, and just like COVID, he doesn't get involved in any of this bullshit, right? He formulated his own opinion about Abe,
Lady Witch.
and then
I Lady
Abe turned
Witch.
around and said, "Oh, you're just going with the rest of them."
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that I am
God
too,
forbid that
and
you
all
had your
this
own
shit.
opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I just don't get him.
Yeah.
And the thing of it is, guys,
the only thing.
if he would stop with his bullshit nonsense, all of this would go away.
Oh yeah.
But it starts with him first.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll put it like this. When that day that COVID was live, I had just woken up and I seen he was live. And then when COVID said, love you, COVID,
Albert's
asked
back.
me to come up.
Can you put
And
that
I said,
link
oh,
out
hell
again?
yeah, I'm going up. Huh?
Bedtime?
Yeah,
Could you put that link out one more time, please?
Yes, I'm putting it out, and let me run. I got to run to the litter box real quick and grab a cup of coffee, and I'll be right back. And Albert, just hang out in the basement for just a second.
I'm sorry, Dragon. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to make sure.
Honey, it's fine. It's fine. You're all good with me. You know that. So when COVID asked me to come up, I was like, what? I'm like, all right, I'm down. You know, and I went after him then. I went after him today. And, you know, I just don't take shit from nobody. And from him, I definitely will not. You know, he thinks it's okay to do the bullshit he does and taking us, and I'm the locale and whatever and whatnot. I'm not. You're the locale there, Abe. Really?
Yeah, you know, just like all this name calling that he's been doing. Yes, we do call him out of name sometimes when we get pissed off, but most of the time we are respectful by calling him Abe. Unlike him, he's always calling everybody out of name. He never has respect for anybody. I don't even think he has respect for himself. And if mommy and daddy would kick his ass out and take him out neath their coattail, he might straighten his ass up. But it's not going to be until they kick his ass out.
Yeah, I agree with you with that. And, you know,
mommy and daddy has protected him too long.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing, his parents never taught him any manners. And so therefore, you know, he has no respect for women. He has no respect for nobody, honestly.
No.
He's all about himself. He's all about him, and he's a narcissist, and he's crazy. And I've told him, you know, he needs to be locked up somewhere. He's living in fantasy land. I don't give a fuck.
Well, the only person that he actually has respect for, and I don't know if I'd call it respect, and that's for the old hag.
Yeah, right.
Really?
But when you came up, I was like, oh, yes, Hillbilly Man's up here. Yes, I love it.
Well, I knew if I stayed up there that it was going to be a yelling match because he wasn't going to let nobody talk like he was in the beginning. And COVID
Yeah,
kept
I
telling him
know.
to shut up.
I did too when Ghost Eagle was trying to talk.
But see, the thing is, when I go live tomorrow, I don't play that game. You come up
Yeah,
there
I
and you
know.
start disrespecting my channel, you'll be gone.
Okay, I'm back.
Yep.
There he is.
Hey, Albert.
What's up?
I mean, well, I loved it when Terry asked him, well, you know what is a locale to you, or some shit like that. But much as I adore Terry, you know.
Fucking, I'm gonna have to mute. My neighbor's being really loud. Hang on.
What's up, Albert?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Hey, Albert. Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
You have to get on panels more often so we can see you around more.
Well, nice to finally get to talk to you on a live stream.
That's good.
This is the first time I've ever talked to you on panel
God.
there, Albert.
Can y'all hear this motherfucker?
Yeah, I
What's
can.
going on, dude?
That's my goddamn neighbor, man. It's 11:15. They must have been at the bar.
The
Probably.
music's loud.
He's got it turned all
Because
the
it's
fucking way up.
11:12 here, where I live.
It's 11:12. Yeah.
11:12.
Yeah, it's midnight here.
God damn, dude. I swear to God, if he wakes Voodoo up and she comes out here, I don't know if y'all heard her last night on the stream, but Abby had gotten into something, and she walked like through, not the area where I am in the patio, but like by the door, and I hear her, she goes, "What the fuck?" And when I went back and listened, you could hear it on the stream. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, Abby had gotten into like this bag of stuff. It wasn't even food, and chewed the shit out of it. And oh, Voodoo was pissed. She was like, God damn it. Fucking
Oh wow, Lisa, that's early. 4:12.
yeah, she's in the UK.
Wow. So Albert, what's been going on with you?
What's up, Albert?
That you've been
Same old, dude.
I'm
You've
sorry
been,
for banning you, bro.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to do that.
You've been running around with the unholy name. I was just wondering how you've been doing.
Oh, Holly's my sister. I don't even know.
Oh, I didn't know that, sweetie.
It's not him, but
I
that's
don't even know who that person is.
right. But
Right.
Abe thinks it's you.
Yeah, I know.
Have a good night, Lisa.
But it's okay.
I think it's hilarious now, Albert.
According to Abe, I am Billy Bob. I am
Oh, from
Holly. I am whatever, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So is that what is Billy Bob what they call the dude on We the People Tyrant War? Is that what they is that
Yeah.
they call him Billy Bob? Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. Thank you for coming by, Lisa. We always enjoy having you come by and in the chat, and we miss you. Hey,
Yeah, well,
hey, Lady
thanks for
Witch, by the way.
stopping.
Those are Lady Witch and Lisa and Wiccan. Those are good friends of ours from a different community. Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Rich I've seen around, and Jane Miller has just recently I've seen her. Yeah, they all seem pretty nice when they talk to us. So
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're good peeps. They're good.
By the
peeps.
way, Jane is my concubine.
oh, Truth Finder ain't gonna do nothing. Now Connie's playing like Abe, talking in third party. Oh my God.
Yeah. My goodness.
I'm sure.
I will, Lisa. I will.
You know, I mean, I've seen bedtime clown around, and every time I catch him or I see him in a chat, if I'm in some place, the same place he is, I always say hey to him. Always.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
I do to you too, Albert.
Yeah.
we all pretty much do that, except for the old hag and crybaby.
I loved it when I called him a crybaby.
That's what he is. Well, you seen, I told everybody to have the old hag, change his diaper and give him a fresh bottle. Jesus Christ.
Right.
At bedtime,
Yeah.
I came up to make sure Abe record my voice and compare it to,
Yeah. Yeah.
the clown, Harley, whatever the hell he calls me.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you coming up, man. Yeah, because it'll be interesting to listen to him walk this bullshit back, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you'll
much
definitely
love
be in
to
his
you,
community
Albert.
tab.
I mean, he
Well-
really knows my voice.
Oh, yeah.
He'll say, well, I only told all those lies. Only he won't word it that way, but essentially what it'll say is, I only told all those lies because I was playing a trick on all of you to get more information.
Yeah,
or
right.
something,
Oh, God.
during my investigation, because I'm in cop mode, gay cop mode,
Yeah, right.
Cop mode.
super duper gay
Yeah,
cop
what
mode.
the fuck?
My grandson's more of a cop than he'll ever be.
So is
Well,
flying
yeah.
monkeys.
Flying monkeys got more
Flying
common
monkey.
sense than Abe has in his little finger.
Yeah, no,
God.
flying monkeys. Grandkids got the truck. They got the fire truck, the cop car. The only thing they're missing is the lab coat and the stethoscope.
Hello.
Yeah, right.
Don't call her flying monkey. Her name is Lorraine.
Right, Lorraine.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
Well,
I have a
old
question
hag
for
is the
y'all
one
when
who
you
gave
get
her
done.
that name, Lorraine.
Yeah, Lorraine from Crystal Lake.
Yeah, everybody believes that's her real name, and it's not. Jesus
We
Christ.
know her name.
Okay, so what was my question? God damn it! Y'all have to give me a minute. Talk about something else. I forgot.
So,
Beam, beam,
But, yeah,
beam,
much
beam,
love
beam,
to you,
beam,
Albert.
beam, beam.
it's always good to see you.
That's business to see clown brain going beam, 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 beam.
Yeah,
beam.
pretty much. Yeah. God damn it.
Think about it. Think about it.
Hmm?
Hey, is Abe here?
No.
Good night there, Ed. Glad you stopped by.
He
buddy.
was live.
Have a good one, Ed. Thank you for coming, man. I unblocked
to
you,
see
by the
you,
way.
Ed.
I don't know if it was a sock of yours or if it was you. I don't.
Ed
You,
Ramirez?
yeah, he was in the blocked list. I don't know why.
Supposedly he's my boss.
Oh,
He pays me. So
it must be the last name. They say they're not
right.
racist.
Motherfucker, he owed me a lot of money.
They say they're not racist, but they tend to like profile and lump people all together based on their like names and their accents and shit. You know what I mean? It's hilarious.
Is that what we call you guys? All of you?
No, not you. You know what you know what I mean though. Is like
I
that's
know.
what Abe does. You know,
I know.
fucking white supremacist motherfucker.
What a loser.
And you know, now that you said that bedtime clown about Ed Ramirez might be a sock that somebody came in as him.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that I think about it, none of that stuff started until Abe came around. I guarantee you he used my sock account, my name as his, because there was times that he would be on a panel, and I'd come in there, and as soon as I said, that's not the real Hillbilly Man, boom, it was gone.
Yeah, that may have
And then
been
they came
it.
in as Becca. They came in as Lady Di. They came in as this person. I bet you it was him all that time.
It probably was.
Probably.
Yeah,
Because
but
all of that stopped.
Oh, okay. I remember what I was going to ask you guys. Mammy, is
Go
that
ahead.
you? Hello.
It's me.
Hey,
You
Mammy.
really pissed Reb off, and he's gonna strike your channel. He's actually trying to get TK to
okay.
strike it.
Well, strike it
He's
if he
What?
wants
live
to.
Really,
flipping the
Mammy?
fuck out. Yes, he's live flipping out. I'm pulling it up on my computer so you can hear it. Hang on.
No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't
Okay.
care.
Anti-clown.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I screen recorded it, but he's saying all kinds of shit and that you use them and shit and you pay people to come to your channel and to do shit to them and stupid shit, dumb shit. Like he's
What?
totally flipping out, like
He's
flipping
fucking
out.
delusional.
Good. Well,
He
because listen, that's how you know that troll I told y'all about a few minutes ago. I have never Voodoo Queen was the only person that knew about that. Now, I'm not saying that other people of discernment and intelligence, be it low or high, within the community couldn't tell that I was completely lying my ass off and fucking with his head. But he believed it, hook, line, and fucking sinker. He believed it. And it did. They spent a Saturday and a Sunday.
That's how Katie has her audience. He had private conversations with you. You used to tell him everything, and that's why you never streamed until after he got rid of you.
Oh, Jesus. Really, love?
I mean, he's flipping out so bad. I got all that in like 30 seconds.
That's
He's
great.
you're worse than Brett, he said.
Well, that's saying something. Goddamn.
That's because UK won't go at Brett, people said. But he said that's why you're worse than Brett. And all this other shit, dude. Like
Thank you, Rebel. I'm taking that as a compliment. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
Like he needs to be struck. If you don't see him, he's the one that stands up for Katie and got all the people over at Katie's. He pays everybody.
Okay, so
wow.
So my question for the panel regarding Abe and Lady Di, I'm just curious because I know that at least half of you had a history with Lady Di, for quite some time before Abe coming in and the whole Axel Bailey and all that bullshit,
Right.
So let me just give a little bit of background here. I've been listening to like Rick Crude for probably going on about maybe 4 years now, maybe three, at least 3.5 years, I would say, since mid 2020, I think. And that's right around the time that Andrew's channel popped up in my feed, Rick Crude's channel popped up in my feed, and probably now that I think about it, it was probably me watching Doug Hutton and AB, like Flying Monkey and I were kind of talking about last night. It was probably from me watching Doug Hutton and AB is how these guys like Rick and Lady Di and just this side of things, right? Because I also prior to that, I listened a lot to Alicia Clare, who is a very good friend of Steph's. So, or was, I don't know if they're still friends or not. I can't imagine that they're not. So I did know a little bit of history about Steph and RDA and German Lady and all of that kind of shit. But yeah, a lot of these, Andrew, like those guys kept popping up in my feed. So naturally I listened to them, and then Tonic popped up eventually. And of course I would subscribe, because if I would listen to, like, say when Andrew popped up and I would listen to Andrew, somebody dropped. Albert, sorry. You can come back up if you want. But I would listen to them, and of course they would mention each other and shit. And I've said it before that, like, I would hear these people as I subscribed to more and more channels. I would hear these people talk about Rebel. And for a long time, I didn't believe that Rebel City Sports was this Rebel, because when I saw him on camera, I was like, there's no way that this motherfucker has trolled all these people into talking about him constantly. Like, that's not the same guy. So for a long time, I didn't believe that Rebel was Rebel, and I stopped looking. I just figured eventually this Rebel will pop up in chat and own everybody, as you know what I mean, like as it seems to be being portrayed or whatever, whatever kind of stir this Rebel was causing. Okay, so back to Lady Di and Abe. I came into Lady Di's channel for the first time last either late spring or early summer, and I don't even know if I chatted. I probably listened a little bit, but I'm more of on the Rick Crude side of things because I think he's just like the uncle that everybody is ashamed of, and he says a lot of things that piss a lot of people off. And I'm sorry, guys, he makes me laugh. He can be rotten and low down and dirty, yes. So in my mind, it's like, don't fuck with him. But, so I know he, was calling Cracker Barrel and all that kind of shit. Me personally, I think that's hilarious. But, anyways, so about a year ago or so was when this Abe character for me popped in, and he popped in on one of Tyrant Bird's live streams. I guess it must have occurred like late at night and gone into the early morning hours when I woke up, because the memory that I have is of him backpedaling about something that Bird was like. Basically what I remember is Bird being like, so who the fuck are you, or who the fuck do you think you are, or something along those lines. Okay, I don't recall exactly what it was, but it was something like that. And Abe was doing his normal thing, and he was mentioning about We the People Tyrant War, right? And he was like, well, no, I mean, you came into this other Abe, or you Salty Rant and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't know anything about Salty Rant. I really didn't know anything about We the People Tyrant War, except the motherfucker is also a low down, dirty person, it seems, and will like dox kids' schools and whatever else. And you know what I mean? I didn't fuck with him or whatever. But, and so to me, to get to my question to the panel, to me, do you guys think that Abe regrets or should regret ever stepping into this side in the manner and the way that he has, and things have played out the way that they have? Because he seems to me to be backed into a bit of a corner here. Do you guys have the same assessment of him?
I think he's kind of like Connie. That's why I call him Big Connie. He likes the attention like a child, even if it's negative. That's why I try not to give it to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not sitting on here e-begging like Little One does, but I mean, like tonight, he's taken, not just tonight, but tonight alone, he has used all the phrases the shit show says. And even referenced shit show without even giving AC props. I think I heard him once give him props. He's taking COVID shit with the apples and the bozo, and I mean he takes everybody's shit. There's no original shit.
Yeah, there's
and
no,
he has
there's
his
not.
own opinion. It's just divide. Like he had to separate her from people who actually cared about her. And lie to her about what was said in Rick's stream as far as like where I was concerned, when even the screenshot he put up shows me telling Rick to stop being nasty towards her, to be nice, and you're supposed to respect your elders. He puts it on his channel, but still tells her I was talking shit about her in that channel, and she chose to believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
That's how I look at it.
I think that he has written a check that his ass can't cash, and he doesn't know how to get out of it.
Yeah, he keeps saying he's got these receipts of me, and I was sent a clip tonight where he played it, and It's just me on
I know,
my
I saw.
channel saying I don't know what it was. But Hillbilly, were you there today? Did you see the supposed clip? Because I seen two of them,
Yeah.
and one of them, it starts out with making it sound like I was saying that he sent it to them and was the hunt. And then it keeps playing, and you can actually hear me be more specific as to what I was saying, which is what I've always said.
The only
And
clip
it's
that I
just like,
heard was of Langley Lang because I ended up leaving.
well, he played too regarding me with that whole bullshit with that
Because I
email.
left because the old hag blocked me 2 seconds after she got there.
Yes,
Dragon,
for
what
86K.
Dragon, what do
Yeah,
you
I got that screenshot.
what do you think about it? Do you think that Abe possibly regrets the way that he came in and basically started shit? I mean, that's what he did.
I honestly think, in my opinion, this is just my opinion alone. For what I've seen, I think he had it all planned out to cause the trouble he's caused. All the mayhem and the fuckery.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
I'd agree
No.
with that.
Yeah.
And,
Like, I've been sticking up for you, Mammy. I've been sticking up for Miss Joe. I've been sticking up for all of us. And he don't like it. I've been sticking up for Flying Monkey, too. And all this. Sticking up for us women, but he thinks it's okay to do what he does. Fuck you, Abe. You piece of shit. Going after my friends.
I think that's pretty accurate that he had a plan. I don't know that he had every twist and turn planned out, but I think that you're on the right track with that he had a plan. I think I in my opinion, I really think that just like with Rebel, it did not go and is not going the way that Abe thought it would go.
Right.
I think that he's frustrated with the fact that, because he says this all the time. He says, "You guys believe the lie. How many times does the lie have to be repeated?" Blah 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 blah. Well, that's what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think he's growing weary of the fact that his own projection upon what it is that he does here and what his plan was is arduous. It's an arduous task, and it's a lot of work, especially with this community. So that's why I was asking if you thought that he may have regretted kicking over this anthill or knocking down this hornet's nest, because he's really upset about the Chomo supporting thing, but the bottom line is he can't fucking escape it. Lady Di can delete and take down all the fucking videos she wants. The problem is there's witnesses. Witnesses are not circumstantial, and when there's enough of them, it's not hearsay.
Right.
Right. I think that they had this thing planned, him and her, because she was talking to him from the beginning, and I don't think that he thought the whole thing through, and he didn't think that we were going to be as strong as we are, that we would all just run and hide from him.
I think maybe Lady Di might have presented it that way to him as well.
Yes. Yep, because she's the one that got this ballpark rolling, and he just didn't know how deep he was going to get himself in this.
Well,
and now he can't get himself out of it.
Right, and you can tell by his mannerisms and his personality that he doesn't actually have the fortitude for this.
No,
he really doesn't. This is outside of his wheelhouse.
Yep,
and it's uncomfortable for him, as well as it should be.
Which is why you catch him cussing all the time now.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't think that he thought the whole thing through, that he would have this many people staying after his ass.
Yep, 100%.
Or sticking up for themselves either.
People, and that would be the end of it. Yeah. Well, once you attack one, you've attacked us all.
Well, and if you notice as well, it I find it hilarious that Rebels started using words like blueprint in regards to channel building, and I don't mean building in a positive way. I mean there are people that will totally use their own dead family members to build channels and make money on YouTube. They don't give a
Right.
fuck. They're dead. No matter what they say, they're fucking dead.
Yep.
They will absolutely grift in that manner, and don't let what they say on YouTube fool you. Look at their
Right.
actions and follow the money. It's
Yep.
that fucking simple. But yeah, I think that he also tried to employ a lot of tactics of channel building, be them positive or negative, mostly negative. And it's failing miserably, and I'm sure Dai is frustrated by that as well. And like I said, if Dai had, I mean, really and truly, this is to quote Brett. I hate this fucking saying, but to quote Brett, real talk, Dai. Okay, in my opinion, which is not professional whatsoever. It's just I'm just a guy on YouTube with an opinion, right? Dai, if you had the backbone and weren't a spineless jellyfish in reality versus what you portray online, you know, like I said earlier, you could have just told me to fuck off and I would have fucked off. And I'm not saying, I'm not trying to lay claim that I've done anything to you or to Abe or to Rebel or anything like that. But there's a lot of people, not only in this community, but on the internet and in real life, who don't tolerate your bullshit. We
Yep.
just don't. And that's called integrity.
Yep.
So, you know, I mean,
Well-
put that in your pipe and smoke
As
it.
Well, if you
I
notice, that-
always say, there's no point in freaking lying. I can't stand a liar. You tell one lie, you gotta tell 10 just for that one. When you go around lying all day, every day, that's a lot of fucking lies you gotta keep up with.
well, if you guys stop and think back when all this stuff got started, right? When Abe came in the picture, not even 3, maybe even 4 months after, you notice that her channel has went down, right?
Yep.
Yes.
She's not going, and listen, her favorite words were, I want somebody to take over my channel because when I die, I don't want my channel to just sit here dormant, right?
I mean, right? Okay.
That's exactly what she would say. So she got other people. She got Miss Joe. She got Becca. She got Kumanina. She had Wiley. She had all these people listed on her channel to be co-owners so that they could keep her channel going after the fact, right? Well, Abe got her in so deep that she didn't know how to handle the situation. So she said, you know what? In my opinion, I'm bailing out now while I've got the chance. And she's only going live once every other month, or if that.
Yeah, it's not very often at all.
No. So, I mean, she got it. She got the ball rolling for Abe to get us going, and now neither one of them know how to handle it because they thought we would just take his shit and we would just go on about our own business. Well, it backfired.
I mean, look.
Oh yeah, backfired.
We all know that we need to eat our vegetables, but some people get tired of word salad, you know, especially when there's not much ranch dressing and croutons and raisins and you know what I mean. Like I like a lot of shit in my salad, but not that much shit.
And the other thing is he's gone to so many channels. He's only got 2 channels, 3 channels, including himself, that he can actually go to, and they'll let him up there and stay up there. And that's Nemesis, Lady Di, and his own channel.
Yeah.
He went up on AC's last night, and I mean, AC didn't want to let him up there, but
Did you hear Jamie go,
voice.
nope, nope, nope?
He was scared as hell when he was up on that panel. Oh, I'm just staying up here for a minute. I just want to prove a point to somebody.
And what
That
was
I
the
can
point?
go on the panel.
Did he even get to the point? I
No,
know that's a
that was his
rhetorical
point.
question.
That was his point.
That was his point, that AC would pull him up, and then he took right off. I was in there, hillbilly.
Yep.
Jamie was like, nope, nope, not this fucker. Nope, nope,
Well, I
nope.
missed
And then
that.
she's like, give me a second.
Oh yeah.
I missed
And then
that.
when he dropped down,
But
they started talking shit about him. I mean, it was not good for him to go up there and do what he did.
Wow.
no.
Because I told him that he wouldn't go on AC's channel and do what he's doing now to our
Oh,
channel.
I saw that. I did see
Yeah.
that comment.
And then he went up on AC's just to prove that he could get, but that wasn't proving the point. The point was go up there and start the shit you start with us.
Yeah.
You won't get
Mhm.
away with it there.
Mm.
That's the thing.
No.
He has done all this himself.
Right.
He has. Everybody has heard him. He bounced around channel to channel, panel on panel, typing in the channel with all his false narratives, trying to put it all out there as quick and everywhere he could, as much as possible. First about him being a cop, then about one friend after another that he would, just make her lose. And it's just like, and he doesn't know how to have a conversation and go back and forth like on COVID's today. Somebody would be talking, and when it was Abe's turn to talk, nobody was interrupting him really. But damn, don't let COVID have a word on his panel or anybody else, because he
Yep.
keep talking, and his excuse was, well, because they don't let me talk. Dude, you just don't.
Well, like
stop.
Ghost Eagle was trying to talk, and I told Abe flat out to shut up. Let him talk. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. It really is.
Well, I
Mama
mean,
Peach would never act like that. Never.
if his goal was to come off as a bitter, jealous, angry, incel, chomo supporting lying sack of shit, then congratulations, Abe, you win, buddy.
Right.
I mean, if your goal was to come off as somebody who is not capable of any kind of real relation or interaction with other human beings, dude, you win. I'll concede that, and I think most of the people that hear this or are listening now or whatever will concede it too.
Oh
you
yeah.
win, man. You're the king in that realm, dude. But just so you're aware, the majority of us don't want to. We don't want to partake in that part of your universe. We don't care. We never did. And I mean, Terry's boxing analogy was spot on. I mean, Terry is
I know it was.
Terry
Yeah.
is so good with analogizing this situation. So I mean, Abe, imagine you live in a neighborhood, and you go and knock on your next door neighbor's door every day and say, "Hi, I'm Honest Abe, and I'm a complete piece of shit douchebag. I just wanted to let you know." Listen, you win, man. You win. But don't cry when they don't answer the door and or call the cops on you or shoot you in your stupid fucking face. Well, I don't know how else to put
Well,
it to you.
I don't know if you guys know it or not, but there's other channels coming after Abe too now for what he's
Well,
doing to the girls.
Well, and that's what I say, that this is what he's wanted all along. He tried to deny it when I brought it up the other day, and I said, "You motherfuckers tried to get me on that fucking panel knowing goddamn good and well who that motherfucker was, knowing goddamn good and well the history with Rebel and all of that fucking shit that went down. Y'all knew every bit of that, and you were setting it up. You were going to go, oh, we're going to turn Bedtime Clown into an LOL cow. We're going to call him a Chomo support. We're going to do this, but it's going to take time, and here's how we're going to fucking do it." Yep. Y'all thought you were going to fucking pull that shit off, and that's why those videos are not up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because if I was lying, it would be easy to prove.
Right.
Right. But here's the other thing I got too for you, Bedtime Clown. I mean, I honestly believe that he's living in fantasy land, and he's got his brain so warped the way he wants it into his narrative to try to fuck with the women, the men, fuck with all of us. and he's laughing his ass off and thinking he's getting away with shit. Well,
Mhm.
he's not. He's not very fucking smart.
He's really no different than Truthfinder or Rebel. I mean, there is
No.
no
No.
difference there. All three of them are exactly the same.
I
Yep.
agree.
Oh yeah, by a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Little
Like,
pieces
I've
of
had-
shit that feel like they are unfucking touchable because of their perceived anonymity on the internet.
Well, and
Yeah.
that's what he thought, and that's when he went over to Salty Ranch and told Swammy and Salty, "Well, find me if you can." And that next day, they had him found.
Well, am I the
damn.
only one? Am I the only one who has noticed that he sounds exactly like he's from Nebraska?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, to ask him to say the word Nebraska. I've thought about doing man on the street interviews of just random people like at the Walmart to just play audio of him and ask them where he's from. Or, you know what I mean? Where they think he's
Right,
from.
right.
And see if they think he's from Nebraska.
Yep.
I'll put it out there. I'll say, do you think this man is from Chicago, Illinois, or Nebraska? And just
Yep.
see what the consensus is.
Well,
Oh, I would if I were you. I would.
I don't know if you guys caught Tonic's stream probably about maybe 6 months ago. It may be just a little bit longer than that, but within that 6 month period,
Yeah.
he went up on Rebels panel. Not Rebels, Connie's. Oh, gosh dang, I'm getting these names all mixed up.
Some
Tonic,
piece of shit.
Tonic's channel, right?
Oh, Abe went on Tonics, right?
Went on Tonic.
Sorry, I wasn't calling Tonic a piece of shit.
No, I know that because I was coming out with all these other names. Those are the pieces of shit. But
Right, right.
but Tonic had asked him straight out questions. Hey, are you living at home with mommy? No. Well, then why don't you turn your radio up full blast for us? Well, I can't. Well, why can't you? You live at home by yourself. Why can't you? Well, I've got neighbors. Well, your neighbors are where? So why can't you turn it? I mean, Abe was coming up with more excuses why he
Yeah.
couldn't do something instead
Yeah.
of doing it.
Yeah.
Because if I lived at home by myself, I wouldn't care for 2 seconds. I would blare my radio,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Maybe he's like
Yep.
Lucas Warner and he lives in a group home and he's in the maintenance shed of the group home.
Who knows?
That would be about right for him. Yes.
I don't know if y'all know who Lucas Warner is, but Abe
No,
reminds
I
me
don't
of him.
know. Never heard of that
Oh
name,
my
but
God, you don't know the Wern.
well, But like, I'll throw it out like this about, you know who that came up here, that you booted out. Well,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it like that.
Not Albert,
But-
right?
No, not
Okay,
Albert. No,
okay.
no. You know who I'm talking
The
about.
R word.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyhow, I met him in another chat, and I was nothing but nice to him because I had no idea who he was. Okay, none. Well, then he seen me going over to our very good, dear, lovely friend COVID,
Yeah.
and then he started, calling me a whore and all this shit, and I'm like, motherfucker, don't make me, because I'll beat your ass too. Then turn around after my mother passed away. He started going after my deceased mother last year,
Yeah.
and
Well, that's how they all work.
and turn around and he came in my chat. He started putting his thumbs down. I'm like, you stupid fucker, you're out of here. I'm done. I've had it with you. He has no respect for nobody either.
No.
And once I started learning more and more of who he was, I was like, oh, you fucking piece of shit. You know?
Well, when you don't have respect for your mother, how can you have respect for anybody else?
Yep.
And he definitely does not have respect for his own mother. For him to talk to her on a live stream the way he did,
Yeah. Yeah.
I lost all respect for him.
There was
Yep.
there was so much frustration and anger built up in those slaps on that fucking live, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, that is there. I mean, obviously there have been countless hours of content on that alone. I don't mean to minimize it with the word content, but just psychoanalysis by amateur psycho analysis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Analysts. Just like,
I get
my
you, love.
God, man. I mean,
I get you.
he is so dug in with the internet. It is his father
Yep.
that has never been in his life.
Exactly.
It is every negative experience with a male that he has ever had in his life. It
Yep.
is the deep-seated root of resentment against his mother. It is all of the shame. It is all of the hate. It is all of the anger. It is all of the depression. It's all of it, and he knows. That's the fucked up part. And a lot of addicts suffer from this, if not all of them, whether they admit it or not. It's the bane of his existence, and he loves it more than he loves himself.
Yep.
Yep.
And he cannot let it go.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. You certainly do.
It's both sad and pathetic and hilarious at the same time.
I tell you one thing: if I ever spoke to my mother in the tone that he spoke to his mother, I would be 6 foot under the ground somewhere.
Yeah,
that's one thing
get
you
you,
did
love.
not get away with my mother.
Well, when I was telling the story somewhere, maybe on one of my lives or somebody else's, but I was telling the story about my grandmother and how she used to slap me because I was really a smart ass, if you could believe that bullshit.
Yeah.
But she didn't tolerate a smart mouth, especially if it made her out to be a hypocrite or a dummy. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't tolerate that shit. But he was going on and on and on about, these fucking people think they get abused by children and that somehow makes them a better person. Now, couple that with the fact that this motherfucker got slapped by his mother on a goddamn live stream in front of the entire internet. I can sit back and sleep very well at night with my upbringing and all of the slaps that I earned, motherfucker.
Right.
I earned every single one of those, and I wear them like fucking badges. I'm proud. I love my grandmother. God rest her soul.
Yep.
And at least she never did it to me on a fucking live stream in front of
Right.
people that like to mock me for being a dumb fuck.
Yep.
Well, like
So,
with my
how about them
like
apples,
with my
Rebel?
grandmother. Well, like with my grandmother, I had a lot of respect for my grandmother and grandfather. I never talked to them like that. Never did anything of the sort like that. So I never got hit. I was the favorite grandchild. So I was the good one.
When we were growing up, I mean, I don't know how old you people are, but I know I'm
Old
up
enough
there,
to
okay?
know better.
Well, there you go. But when I was growing up, we were always told you are to be seen and not to be heard.
Yep.
And we lived by that.
Yep.
When we went to somebody's house, there were 6 of us kids, and we would line up against the wall, and we would sit there on the wall, or we'd go to the dining table. But we did not speak, and we didn't speak to each other unless we were spoken to first.
Yep.
Because we knew when we got home what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much.
And that's something
I
I've
mean,
never forgot, ever.
Oh no, we've never, none of us kids ever forgotten any of that. But I was always respectful when it came to my grandparents and and all that stuff. I knew better. I knew from right from wrong, so I was good. But like on the most part, some of these kids now these days, and especially his mama never taught him any manners. And so, therefore, he got away with a lot,
Well, and in our family, it wasn't a matter of fact of you better respect them. It was, you are going to respect them.
Well, and their point wasn't that it was just about them. It was about you're going to display that same amount of respect, which is going to be interpreted
Exactly.
by the rest of the public at large as not only discipline but decorum.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So and that as it should be, right?
Right.
I mean, so. You know, where a lot of these people have this disconnect, I really truly believe it stems from, in a lot of cases, selfishness. You know, but
How many of you think if Abe's mom and dad knew how bad he has ruined their name, do you think that they would take the internet away from him?
They should.
If they knew.
I personally think that it's entirely possible that they can't handle him, and they get to a point where they don't want to. I think that that's where Ellen has gotten. Ellen, I mean, what I don't want is what I'm saying to come off as if Ellen ever gave a fuck. She didn't. The reason I say what I say is because I don't believe Ellen ever had the capability.
Right.
And I think that was a lot of what Mary's problem probably was with Ellen and ultimately with Rebel.
Yep.
So Ellen basically, in their case, leaves the internet to be Rebel's abusive stepfather. In Abe's case, I have seen before, which I would say Abe's probably somewhat in that category. In a hospital, I saw he was a man. He was a man age, right? Early mid-20s, but he was extremely, I guess, autistic. I don't know. I mean, he probably had all the tisms.
Right.
But one thing that he wasn't at all, at least not that I saw, was malevolent in nature. He also wasn't completely incapacitated by all of these tisms, as far as like eating and bathing and you know what I mean, like stuff like that. But this guy was in a really sad situation because both parents were divorcing because of him, and it wasn't because of his existence. It was, the way I interpreted it, and from what I understood, it was basically because they were both mad at each other because things were never going to get better with him.
Right.
Which ultimately meant that they could not control him. He was being made a ward of the state, and he basically was going to spend the rest of his days in some form or fashion under state care as a mentally incapacitated ward of the state. So the state can't handle him either. Right? So what is a person in that situation to do? This guy, this guy was just like on Rain Man. He could rattle off numbers. I mean, I could throw mathematical equations to this guy that I don't fucking know the answer to. I'd have a calculator, and like I'd have to calculate what I was throwing out to him and see if he's correct. And he got it right every time. Fuck it, he loved the Dallas Cowboys. This guy could tell me he was 20 years younger than me. He could tell me every fucking statistic dating back to like 1990 or 1960 fucking 2 or some shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like whatever. I mean, just all the way back. Tell you scores. Tell you this. Tell you that. Tell the other. The game was on. I remember they were. I can't remember if we were playing the Vikings or the Packers, but the game was on. And you know how the analysts. I mean, everybody loves stats, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But those analysts are waiting a couple of seconds of delay after something happens as statisticians. And don't forget, the broadcast is also on an 8-second delay. So he's seeing what's happening, which is on an 8-second delay. Now add the extra 2 seconds in for the analyst to look at a screen and say, well, that's the first time since blah, blah, blah that this is, and he's speaking, the math is already done.
Right.
I mean, it was amazing when he would go to bed same time every night.
Oh, yeah.
8:30. Literally, he would sit down on the edge of the bed. He would pull his shoes off, and he would lay flat on his back. He'd put his left leg up, turn his body, put his right leg up, lay them out straight, lay straight back, and go to sleep. And stay there until 6 a.m. the next morning. Not move, not snore, not toss, not turn, none of it. And it was really it was really sad about his parents, because I can't imagine how difficult it must be to deal with whatever it is that they have to deal with in life, that society throws their way, that is such a fucking roadblock, that two people that purportedly, right, I'm not trying to shit on them at all, loved each other at one point, but that there's such a breakdown over that amount of time, because I'm assuming he's still alive. He does have siblings, and those siblings were, normal everyday people.
Right.
And so to me, the contrast between the two and the two lives, and then the divorce, all of that compiled together, and he's just left out.
Yeah.
Because it's so much to deal with. And so I kind of feel like Abe very well may be not too far off from the same type of situation.
Well,
I feel like
look,
I
his
feel
dad
the
went
same
to
way
prison,
about
right?
Truthfinder. Huh?
Didn't his dad go to prison?
If what Rick and Huckleberry put out is correct, if that's about the correct person, yes.
So he was without his dad for that many years anyway.
Yeah.
And like you, I took care of a lot of mentally retarded citizens when I first moved to New York. And just like that guy that you were talking about, we had a lot of those gentlemen that were the same exact way. They just couldn't live on their own, but they were smart as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know the reasons why he could. I don't believe that he could go work a job. Well, I'm sure there was a job that he could go work. I just don't think that maybe they had found it, or you know what I mean, or maybe he also had a bit of Tourette's. I never saw it, but maybe he did, and that would cause he just couldn't do that. But I don't know, but it was so sad to see that basically they were making him a ward of the state, and there was nothing that they could do. And I hate to say it, but Rebel, dude, that's your reality, bro. Abe, that's your reality. Truthfinder, you're a fucking another fucking maladjusted little piece of shit. That's your fucking reality too.
Yep.
The only difference is somebody in that situation, as sad as it is and as heartbreaking as it is, he's actually got a leg up on you motherfuckers. You know why? Because he's not a piece of shit.
Yep. And the thing of it is, a lot of these state places and non-for-profit agencies that take care of these citizens, they actually have workshops that they call their jobs. And it's either stuffing envelopes, putting crayons in boxes, getting them ready for shit. Easy jobs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they always found something for these guys to do. And they worked Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 3:30. And when they got home, they got to do whatever they wanted to.
Yeah.
And 90% of the time, it was sports.
Yeah.
Well, like Terry said on COVID.
Oh, Terry said so much good stuff today.
Like Terry said the other day on COVID, you know, he was surmising it or breaking it down by, you know, and saying like it's either this or this, right?
Yes.
You know, and Abe, you know, again, to quote Brett, real talk here, man. This is the choice that you've left this guy that's just a guy on the internet with an opinion, okay? I know you hate that. I know that drives you batshit. But I'm talking man to man to you. This is the perception. These are the options of perception that you have left this man on the internet with to form an opinion about. It's either A, you're the biggest douchebag on the face of the planet, which, again, congratulations, or it's what I just got done saying, you know, about, you know, the comparison with the other man in the hospital. That's literally what you've left me with. And I don't know, I don't know about anybody else on this panel, but that's where I'm at.
I
get
have
it.
said it time and time again, not to a group of people, but with certain individuals that I actually talk to on the phone, that Abe's within a spectrum of some kind. He's not rocking on a full boat,
No.
if you know what I mean.
He's not playing with a full deck.
No, he's definitely not playing with a full deck.
Something is way off.
Fuck no.
And Abe should be seeking help from somebody for his obsession that he has with the internet.
Yep.
Because that man cannot live without YouTube. He cannot do it.
Yeah.
And he said he's been around for a while, so that just tells me, whether he has or not, but I'm going by what he says. If he has, what other communities has he been in with? And according to him, he's the king troll because he used to troll News Now Houston. He used to troll this one. He used to troll that one. He used to troll this one. So what channels did he come from? And what interactions did they have with him on the YouTube?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because if this is how he was with the other communities, I can see why he's no longer there.
Well, I don't believe what he says about
I don't either.
his constant need to drive into the ground that he's been around. That's a front. I'm not saying that he hasn't been around. He's got accounts as old as mine.
Right.
But I haven't been around forever. I've been on YouTube since its inception, yes. But I'm very anti agreeing to the terms of service and that kind of shit. I didn't register an account, which is the one that I have with YouTube, until they forced me to.
Right.
You know, you could not like do anything with videos. You couldn't make comments unless you gave them an email address to register. So, that's why mine is 2012. But that doesn't mean that I was in anybody's communities or anything like that. You know, I used to download music, change the codecs a little bit so that I could play it on my Apple device without getting, some kind of bullshit brick or whatever would fucking happen back then, that kind of shit. So, he can say that all day long. All it is the reason I know that's a lie, that he's been around is because if he's been around, he wouldn't have to be so transparently on a fishing expedition everywhere he goes and have to basically say that he's on a fishing expedition. I mean, if you've been around, then you'd be like, yeah, remember back in 2015 when Salty Rant, blah, 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 and then say something from a private conversation and leave it at that. You would just drop that and leave it. You wouldn't have to go into the next 10 minutes explaining how you've been around and you took a 2-year break and blah, 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 blah. That's all bullshit. Everybody knows that's bullshit.
Yep.
I knew it was from the get-go, love.
He just, it's part of the mental illness that doesn't allow him to believe that his word once and is one and done. He doesn't believe that that's good enough.
Right.
When the perception and the reality is that that's mainly how a lot of people will believe it is
Yeah.
he doesn't go on and on and on about it. So
Well,
Yeah.
I have been with, well, I was with, and a lot of people will not believe this, but Lady Di came out in uh, 2013.
yeah,
I
Okay.
came out in 2013 as well.
She was doing panels, or not panels. She was doing a live, not a live stream. She was doing recordings, and I was following her back then. She was a nice lady then. She'd sit in her chair, she'd talk up a storm, and and leave it at that. When
Mhm.
when StreamYards came along, when she met up with uh, Emo, and Emo started teaching her about StreamYards,
hey, you sugar crits.
her whole demeanor completely changed from the nice old lady that she was to this old bitter hateful lady.
Mhm.
And then it got even worse, and I honestly don't believe that she knew Abe back when he was 18.
No,
Just
Oh,
let
I
me
don't
figure
believe
out,
that
I don't
shit
believe that
either.
shit either.
Oh,
you take
fuck no.
the 17 years and her age that just don't seem right, because her husband was in the service,
Yeah.
so she would
Oh
have
my
been
god.
wherever he was, right?
So
So all this little fake bullshit that he's coming out with, that
Yeah.
she knew him at the age of 17. What was you doing at 40 years old with a 17-year-old?
Exactly.
I don't even want to know.
Exactly. And she's even said, I put him under my wing to teach
the
him.
her bingo wing. I'm sorry, I couldn't help
Yeah, that too.
it. I just found out what that meant last night.
Yeah. I'm shocked that you didn't know what that meant.
I didn't. I didn't. I know all kinds of shit, useless shit, but I didn't know about the bingo
But
wings.
Ghost hit the nail on the head today when he said that he believes that Abe is in the spectrum of something.
Whichever end it is, it's the bad end, like the
Right?
really really bad end.
I was gonna say bad seed, but
I
but
just I don't know about him. And I don't think anybody will ever know. The best thing he could do is move on to his next chapter and go to the next community and see how far he can last. He thinks
oh
that I'm
yeah.
here to run him off. Listen, guys, every time he tags me, and this is no lie, I've got it on my community tab. I've gotten 2 emails from YouTube, from the you can go in and you hit those 3 dots and you can report
Yep.
them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have reported everything that he has sent to me. I've received 2 emails from YouTube telling me that they are looking into the situation. And if they find it that he is doing the stalking harassment, then those videos or commentary will come down.
Hmm.
So now he's going around saying, "Oh, you think you're going to take my channel down? No, I think I'm going to get whatever you're doing to me stopped."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
that's
He thinks it's tit for tat, and
right.
Yep.
a lot of people hate the "you started it first" argument. And hey, look, I completely understand that because I'm a champion of that too.
Yeah, but if you
But
look back on it, bedtime clown, who started it?
well, just what I was getting at.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I understand. Like I said, I am not above reproach in any scenario here that I'm saying.
Right.
It really did piss me off and get under my skin when Flying Monkey told me what was going on with that JJ guy. And when I thought back to what I was doing on Lady Di's channel, you know, just thinking that I was having a little bit of, albeit boring, but good conversation, and that there was that kind of diabolical malevolence going on between Di and Abe, and all because of desperation to get clicks and views to their fucking channel. And I'm not above reproach, so fuck you, motherfucker. I'm sorry. You're talking about tit for tat, bitch. This is how it works, bitch. This is how it works. You know, he's actually very fortunate that Bird and AC don't pay much attention to his dumb motherfucking ass.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's trying to get Bird to come after me. He's saying that I was on Huck's
How you doing?
channel talking shit about Bird. I don't know Bird, don't know anything about the man, so why would I talk about him?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I mean,
Yeah, I call bullshit. With
and
that.
that's not to say because I don't think Bird or AC would disagree with me. They can be very petty too. That's not to say that they don't have their shit just waiting to go. You know what I mean? Because that's what a lot of people in this community, like Brett was saying, are good at. And you know, so that hey, it is what it is. Like I said, you want to go drop dog shit on people's doorsteps and run away and giggle about it. Well, be prepared, friend, because it is tit for tat. And don't cry, don't cry.
I'm going to tell you, I didn't know about JJ Free Time, about this Rick scenario and all that.
Yeah, I know.
Until recent. And all this time, I was actually on a panel with him.
Yeah.
Lady Di, how many cups did she buy from him?
Oh, I don't know.
A bunch. Every time that he would come out about a saying about Rick or Rick, the slimy Rick, she would buy, or Schemo Brothers. There's a Three Stooges mug she's got. It's got Emo's brother, and Sticky Ricky on it.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, yes. And she's got that cup. Anytime that he came out with a new cup, she would purchase it. Yes. She sure did. And brag about it.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how much they were engaged with this JJ Free Time. I didn't have as much doings with him as they did, other than saying hello to everybody, you know, that was in that room. But if I knew now what I knew then, I wouldn't have been in that room at all.
Well, I mean, you know, and I feel so stupid because it's like, you know, on the one hand, it's like, well, I mean, you know, I had a nice conversation with the guy, and it's like in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, aren't most of the pedophiles nice? You know?
Yeah, but if you don't know, you
I
don't
mean,
know.
for fuck's sakes, you know. I mean, we're not talking about Fred and Rose West here, you know.
Right.
I mean, you know, so well, even they had to be a little bit cordial to their victims to lure them in, but. Yeah, but the other people standing around that are like, yeah, come on in and talk to this guy. You know, everything's just honky-dory fine.
Well, I also heard that Abe's is not allowed to be around family that have children.
Oh, really?
That's what I've heard.
Wow.
I'm not going to say that it's true because I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was said. Yeah.
Well, that just makes everything. Oh my God.
Well, look, if it's not true, it's not true. But if it is true, I'm not shocked by it.
Oh, well, I'm not either. Just looking at his face, his demeanor, his reactions. No, I wouldn't be shocked. No, not at all. And he had, I don't know who was using that same picture that you have on your avatar up there.
Yeah.
But somebody was
same
using
one?
it the other night in Nemesis, and he had them blocked because that was doxing him.
What?
Yes.
Are you talking about the thrill kill thing? The devil thing?
The picture like you got on your avatar right now.
Oh, the Abe's face on the horse.
Yes.
Somebody was
Except-
using that?
Yes.
Oh, you fucking thieves. Get your own goddamn ideas. Go get your own shtick, bitch.
But he
Whoever
made
the fuck you
Nemesis-
are.
He made Nemesis block them because he was Abe said that that's doxing.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, Abe said that's not him, so why would he
Yeah, that's not a dox.
jump on that
according to him.
right away and say, "Oh, he's doxing"?
Yeah. I mean, haven't all those pictures come from his own
Yes.
camera?
Yes.
Well, then that's not a dox.
Nope. Yes, those came from him. And 0151 was trying to say, "Oh, I've seen him. I've seen him in person. He doesn't look like that." Look at the picture. You can tell that's back when he was probably in his late 30s, early 30s.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a recent picture.
Hmm.
And when he's on that Get Ready to Rumble, listen to his voice, you can tell it's him.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure that out.
Right.
I don't know. You know,
And everybody's worried about you there, Bedtime Clown. They're afraid that Rebel's gonna strike you down.
I guess we'll see. What are you gonna strike me for?
Exactly. There's nothing he can get you for.
Well,
You've not played any of his audios or videos, so
No. Mm-mm.
No.
there's
Because I'm a
nothing
witness
you can.
to that. You didn't.
No, no. Other than calling him names that we've all called him.
What I do?
Oh, Bedtime Clown, you cracked me up. Oh, I adore you.
Thank you.
And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but here lately, within the last few days, Abe and his cousin has gotten up there too, boy.
Yeah, it has. He cusses when he gets upset.
When he gets pissed, boy, look out.
Yeah. Lady Di didn't like that kind of stuff on her channel.
No.
But yet she spent years doing it, you know.
Yes.
Oh my God. But that's not a receipt.
I found it funny that when you called him a Chomo supporter, how ticked off he got.
Yeah, mad.
Oh, yeah.
And then somebody started in today about something else. And it must be the truth, because why are you going to get pissed off?
I know it. That's the crazy thing, you know.
And-
Well, if you're not, then why are you getting ticked off about it and really fucking triggered, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, him going around talking, I'm 400 pounds, I pop pills, and I lay in my bed, and I don't do nothing. Prove it.
Well, do y'all remember me telling y'all that he targets specific types of people, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Flying Monkeys last night, that Chris guy. I've seen that name, but I don't know anything about that person.
Nope, I don't either.
They were upset about the R word. That's all I know. But I'm guessing that is a Lightning Tiger Ernie Shell fan or something. I don't know. But what did Abe do? He turned around, he made a community post, and he targeted a known meth head with mental issues who has an active addiction, who is a fucking thief and a liar and a grifter on fucking YouTube.
Wow.
He totally fucking targeted
shit.
Ernie Shell. And it's like, Abe. Dude.
And Flying Monkey on COVID, you can go back and look. She even brought that up, that Chris is not with that Lightning whatever, that guy is a friend of hers. She knows him.
Yeah. I don't know what TBT stands for. I haven't watched Ernie Shell in years, since I couldn't even give you like a landmark to give you a time reference, right, with Ernie. I mean, maybe running down a highway in the middle of the daytime, telling a cop
let me fill you into something. Okay?
Oh, please, if it's or
you're gonna love this. You're really gonna love this. So I had never encountered him before until I watched one of his live streams, and I'm a mother myself. Can you blame me?
I don't know.
And a grandmother. And he was grooming his 12-year-old niece on his fucking live stream.
Who was
And
doing
his
that?
niece
Who was doing that? Ernie?
Ernie. Yeah.
What the
No
fuck?
way.
Yes. I witnessed the whole thing. So, and his niece said, "Oh, please don't tell my mom. She's not home." So I was up on another person's panel who is no longer on YouTube, and I called him out on it, and he's like, "Bitch, call the cops on me then." Listen, motherfucker, you need your ass whooped and you need your ass handed to you. So
Wow.
I did go after him for that. I did. And do you think I care if he called me a bitch? No. I don't give a fuck. But I
Yeah,
seen
lady
what you
died.
did, and so did a lot of other people too.
Like why?
We all
why,
saw it.
Why did anybody care that a person like Rick Productions, who has had a multitude of chomos penises in his mouth, care if he called
my God.
her a bitch? Like, does that make any? I mean, make that make sense. You know what I mean? Like, I really needed this guy's apology. No, that guy needs to be set on fire and burned alive. Sorry, Rick Productions, but you need to be burned at the stake, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who gives a fuck?
Listen, I'm not
but
against the gay and lesbian people,
But
how can you suck on something that's been up a dirty asshole?
ugh,
I can't even.
okay, just the
I
thought
can't
of
even
that. Okay.
fathom.
But anyhow, but I really
Nasty.
don't tell that story way too much about me going after Ernie, but I did.
I don't. I mean, I don't know.
A lot of
I-
people didn't blame me, but I got him to tell the truth. That's why he was like, "Well, call the cops on me then. You're a fucking sicko. You need to be off fucking YouTube is what you need to be."
Well, to be honest
Stupid
with you,
fuck.
I wish. I mean, I get accused of it every single day, but I wish now, if I'd have had that recording that what Abe's accusing me of, I wished I'd had that recording because I'd definitely called CPS on that person for doing what they did.
I had the recording, but somehow it disappeared. I had the recording of that live
Wow.
of me going after him, but yeah.
I'm
I did.
sorry. I didn't mean for anybody to gag.
You don't have to apologize for me. That's totally my fault. That's not the first time that's happened.
But
read the
but
chat.
I figured you should be aware of it, but it got taken down, and I know a lot of people had seen that besides myself. A lot of people did. And,
Yeah,
Wow.
like I said,
I couldn't fucking believe it.
Ernie was one of those people that it was blatantly. All you have to do is go in there for one live stream. It only takes one. I mean, to me, it only takes one to know that the guy is full of fucking shit. Rebel is a lot better at drawing people in than Ernie.
Oh yeah,
is.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. But I figured you should be aware of that.
Well, I'm glad I don't watch him.
Yeah, I won't have anything to do with the fool.
Well,
I know what I think of him.
Well, listen, there are so many people on YouTube that should not be, or really aren't supposed to be, but because nobody's monitoring them, they're getting away with it, and it's not right.
Yeah.
Well, it was on his old channel that got taken down, that he lost.
Hey, Blue Eyes.
Hey, Blue Eyes. Hey, sweetie.
Hey, Blue Eyes.
But yeah, he did all this, and you know, Ernie shouldn't be around anybody that has kids. He admitted on a phone call with somebody that I seen it today that he's with another YouTuber that has kids. And I heard that and I'm going, oh my fucking God, what the fuck is wrong with that woman?
Well,
Oh
maybe
my
she doesn't
God.
know though,
Well, I don't know who she was, who the woman is that he's with, but that Ernie is with, but
because if they got
I
kids,
couldn't
they're not
believe
going to
it.
come out and say, "Hey, I'm a chomo."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're not going to say that.
Hell no.
Well, he's got warrants for his arrest.
Yeah, that's what I heard somewhere that
Mhm.
somebody
He
was
does.
telling him to turn himself in or something.
And yeah, he ain't
Well,
gonna do that.
That's
Fuck
like
no.
that guy in Colorado. I can't remember his name. He's on YouTube. Well, he's not no more. I guess he's in prison now. Who was a sex offender, and he moved from one place to another and didn't register, and they
Mhm.
came and got him, and now he's back in prison.
Yeah, well, fuck around and find
I
out,
know.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
Bedtime Clown. I know you know who I'm talking about.
the story sounds familiar, but I can't think of who
He
it
had a
is.
radio He had a radio station. Um, 303 cop block was chasing him, following him around.
Yeah, but I can't think of
I
who it
can't remember his
is.
name for the life of me. But he
And
was
I've
real
heard that,
skinny, wore glasses.
and I've heard that story recently too, somewhere
Yeah,
on
it was just
somebody's
recent that
channel.
happened.
Oh, okay. Is that must have been why they were talking about it then? Yeah, but I can't think of who it is.
I can't think of his name for. I mean, not that I want to. And I just happened to be watching a channel and it came up, and they showed the interrogation and everything.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, from when they found him because he didn't register.
Maybe the problem is we're too boring. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
Maybe.
maybe that's what the issue is. We're not a bunch of pieces of shit, so we're not worthy of being on YouTube. I don't know.
Uh, you got me too. I don't know. But
Oh,
listen,
Peachy Rider said it's mouse.
mouse. Yep,
Okay.
that's it. Yep, that's right. So
God
see,
damn.
I am telling the truth about some stuff here.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's not like I'm a liar. I mean,
No, I'm not saying that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
It was facetious. He was being shitty.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
yeah. Because
But
Abe says everything that comes out of my mouth is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
no, I don't believe that. I mean, I've talked to you on a live stream once before, Hillbilly, and
Yep.
I know you're a good person, and I don't believe a word. If Abe had said something about you and I heard him, I would have went after him and said, "Really? I've talked to Hillbilly my damn self. Come on."
Well, that's one thing you guys will find out. The more you're around me, I will not talk about something unless I know for a fact that
Yep.
it happened, or I'll tell
Yep.
you, hey, I heard it. I don't know it to be the truth, but this is what's out there.
Yep.
And then I
Yeah.
drop the subject.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you going on Dai's panel there at the very, very end of summertime or maybe beginning of fall or mid fall last year, and trying to talk to Lady Di. That was hours. It was an hours long deal, and by the end of it, it was goodbye, hillbilly man.
Yeah.
Because you were speaking the truth about
Right.
everything that you've witnessed, everything that you've seen, everything. And the fucked up part was she was agreeing with it.
Oh, yeah.
She was in total fucking agreement about it, and then turn around the next few days and act like none of that ever happened.
Nope.
Everybody has just a bunch of liars except her and Abe.
Yes.
I mean, that's literally what fucking happened,
Yep. And she will. She'll sit there and agree with you. I mean, Peachy knows better than any of us because she was around, I believe, either at the same time or right before a lot of us actually went on the panels or in her chat.
Yeah.
A lot of us just watched her.
Yeah.
But she will agree with you at that moment, and the next day, you're nothing but a liar. Just like
Sometimes,
her talking about Betsy Peeler today. But now she didn't go into the story. Oh, you know what? I was on a live stream and I was praising God she was gone. I was even going to cook a steak and I was going to eat it on her behalf. She didn't tell any of that.
ugh.
Oh God.
Oh,
Some
yeah,
people
she
are
did all
just
that.
sick.
Sometimes it's hard for me to wrap my mind around like what I'm actually witnessing here. Am I witnessing two people, you know, colluding behind the scenes to drive traffic to the channel? Am I witnessing one person taking advantage of another mentally ill person? Or am I watching two severely mentally ill people try to fumble their way through the primary, idea that I had on all played out on YouTube? I mean, what is it exactly that I'm witnessing here?
Ladder of the three.
Right.
It's like, God damn.
Because
Yeah.
because Flying Monkey, I believe she played it the other night or last night, maybe even that. No, it was the other night. It wasn't last night. It was last Friday or the Friday before. Um, with Lady Di, she had shown her phone to the stream, and it
Yeah.
was her and Abe,
Yep.
and I believe that she's been colluding with him for a long time.
Wow.
I really believe that.
Cop mode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
right.
she said
We
today.
we should nickname it. You know how there was Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch for the
Yeah.
Seattle Seahawks. We should nickname him Least Mode.
Yeah, right.
Right?
You're right, Peachy. She did. Yes.
Mm, it's crazy.
This lady,
Yeah, Lady Witch. We right. Balancing on the point.
this lady that I was talking about, Betsy Peeler. I don't know if she had lung cancer or whatever, but she was on oxygen 24/7, right?
Yeah.
And she was doing good at all. And I'll tell you how hateful Lady Di is. The old hag. I'm sorry. She said that she hoped that her electricity went out and that she lost her oxygen and that she would die.
Oh
God
my
damn.
God.
Oh yes,
That's sick.
I
Talk about
swear.
taking it a little too far.
I swear on my grandchildren, that she said it. I mean,
Oh,
she
I
said it a
believe
lot
you.
worse than I can say it, but yes, she did say it.
But if you were to say to her, I hope Abe leaves the back of your mobility van open and you roll out at 40 miles an hour down the highway, and I'll just quote our loquacious, liquored up friend here, and drag your face down the fucking highway, because that would be fucking hilarious. We'd never hear the fucking end of it. I'm sure.
Oh, I'm
Right,
sure we
right,
wouldn't either.
right.
And yes, Peachy, I agree with you. Betsy wasn't any better than the rest of them. However, I would never ever wish death on anybody. That's just
Oh,
something
I
you
wouldn't
don't mess
either. I
with.
wasn't raised that way.
I mean, I
No,
used to years ago on the internet, but I mean, it's not that it's bad karma or anything, but it does kind of just get on. You start feeling a little blacker than you want to feel on the inside,
exactly.
and so
It's sad that some of the stuff that those two come up with, and they think that people forgot. I mean,
Oh yeah, of course.
now the private conversations that myself and Lady Di and Becca had, I would never repeat anything that we've ever talked about, ever. No
yeah,
matter how mad I get at her.
yeah.
I
That's the
get it.
way I
Hey,
am.
listen, I mean, and Lady Witch can vouch for it. We've got one of our own that passed away recently like that, and the same goes for us. And I think that's what attracts a lot of the people that sit and bitch. I mean, let's be honest, we've had a little bit of a bitch session here about some of these fucking pieces of shit on the internet that portray themselves a certain way. And like I told Abe last year, he said, we're actors, and I said, I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
And I would never put the stuff out there because I'm not a piece of shit.
Exactly.
Oh, I know.
That's just it, you know. I'm just not a fucking piece of shit. I can be,
I mean, listen,
but I'm
he
not.
portrays all of us to be that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But if he looked in the mirror, it would slap him in the face
yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
because he ain't no better than the rest of us at
yeah,
all.
Well, like I'm not an actor. I look. I was raised to say it like it is,
Right.
and and I say it like it is to him. Do I give a fuck of what he thinks? No, I don't care.
Well, I've said it time and time again. If you put what little brains he has in a gnat's ass, that some bitch would fly upside down and backwards. That's how
yeah.
much brains he's got.
Well, he's got a master's in douchebaggery. That's
Oh,
for
what did
sure.
you get that out of the Cracker
Mm-hmm.
Jack box?
Yes.
Probably from
Yes. Pretty much it.
1986.
Yep.
Just like, hey, you know what? The one question that he's never answered is, where's his oath of office?
Yeah,
He will
Mm-hmm.
not answer that question. God
yeah.
save his soul, he won't answer it. You
Yeah,
know
it.
why?
Oh,
No.
listen, it made him so fucking mad about Elliot Jameson. He was
Oh
so
yes,
pissed off about the fact that that dude literally unsolicited was like because at least this is the way I took it. Y'all might have a different viewpoint of it, but Elliot was specifically soliciting me
right.
that's the way it felt, and I was like, you know what, to myself, I never said this to anybody else, not even Voodoo. I didn't even tell Voodoo until the very last minute when Elliot was emailing me that stuff. I said, here's what's going to go on. And before the live that night, she had no idea. I didn't say shit to anybody, and I didn't even communicate with Elliot other than to say yes or no. That was it. And but it irked Abe's ass that there was no fucking communication between he and I, other than the one that he tried to take credit for, where it was Elliot contacting me on my channel saying that Abe had blocked him. The reason he knew was because he had a fucking wrench.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And Abe tried and tried and tried to spin that shit, and it was complete bullshit. And oh, I didn't realize Hillbilly had dropped. Hang on, let me bring him up. God, I can barely.
But I've figured that I'd
There
give
you
you a
go.
little bit of a fair warning about Ernie.
Oh yeah,
What I
that
knew.
guy is. Yeah, he's a.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Well,
about
you
that, but
remember
he's
you
a
remember
piece of
rap,
shit.
which was general awareness.
I remember somebody named Rap, like when Benny
Yeah.
first
Well,
came on the scene.
he was a witness. He was on that panel that day when I believe so, on that other person's channel when I went after Ernie and I said what I said.
Didn't
Rap
he
was
used to
there to
go
rap.
as Rap View, like VUE, or is that somebody else?
I think that was somebody else, but
Okay.
yeah, Rap was there for all that, and he heard it too, and it's pretty sad when, as much as I've been around a long time, and much as of all the fuck shit and fuckery and things I've seen, it's bullshit. How
Yeah.
people can be so sick and twisted and demented and dox people, take shit real life, going after people's kids. I don't condone all that. I don't even do that shit myself. Come on.
It takes too much work. I mean,
Yeah,
it really does. It's like
it does. I guarantee you, if I was a betting man, I bet that Abe has 20 to 40 tablets that he has notes written in about every single person that he's ever talked about.
yeah,
That's
probably.
how he's able to keep up with dates, times. Because if you notice in his stream tonight, He started back in
Yeah.
1999.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, he did. Yep.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
remember that. Yeah.
Oh
The
my
month and the
God.
year, he started with, and then he came all the way up till
Wow.
I don't know what he finished with because I left.
Well, I did too. So I
All I
came
heard,
over here.
all I heard him say was on Lisa's, and he said he went to a tornado seminar. And I was just like, oh my God.
Well, you know
I
why
asked
he
in the
said
chat,
that,
I said,
right?
you got a receipt for that tornado seminar there, Abe?
The reason he said that is because Lady Di apparently went to school to be some weather person or something, and according to her, she could be a weather person on the news, and she could pick up the red phone or some kind of phone
Oh my God.
and tell them exactly where the tornadoes were coming from, um, and then all of
So,
a sudden Abe does the same thing.
so my final question, and guys, I really want to wind this down because
Yep, that's good.
if I don't go to bed, man, it's gonna ruin my Sunday, and that's gonna ruin my Zen. You know,
I know, love.
but my final question. And I really appreciate you guys coming up here and who's
Oh, no
remaining
problem, honey.
remaining in
Anytime.
the chat and everything. This has been a great stream, in my
It
opinion.
has.
It's been fun.
But I know, right? This is supposed to be, I thought, what it was about. But my final question is: should we let them keep pretending, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, just let them play in their fucking sandbox, you know? I mean, goddamn. But I guess the problem is that they're saying shit that is not just hurtful as in hurt feelings, but
Yeah.
there's no evidence that Hillbilly Man ever called CPS Dragon. You only got tagged, in my opinion, and he goes after you because you would go on a panel of somebody he hated in the moment, and he is trying to draw in people and traffic. That's his goal. He might deny it all day long,
Yep.
but that is actually his goal because his actions speak ironically way louder than his words, which seems to be impossible, but I'm telling you it's true. And so I don't
Well,
know.
I call it fucking harassment, okay?
I call it harassment as well. I mean,
I do too.
it's definitely harassment, but I don't know.
You don't see me tagging him anywhere.
Well,
My community tab. Come on.
well, COVID said it best about leaving people alone and stop doing whatever.
Yeah.
And somebody said, "Well, it's not us following him around. He goes to every chat we go to, no matter
Yeah.
where it's
Yep.
at. And if you don't talk to him, he'll start on you anyway.
Yep.
Yep.
That's harassment.
That's
I mean,
harassment.
It is.
That's stalking."
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Well,
But yeah, I think
with the
they should
stalking, you would have to, like, if it were in a court of law, you would have to be able to prove the intent. But that would already be laying the groundwork. I mean, the harassment is the precursor to the stalking usually. So
Yep.
yeah. He wouldn't be, like, in other words, he wouldn't be able to harass this person if he wasn't stalking them.
Exactly.
So,
Well,
yeah.
Yep.
well, and this is my final saying, and then I'm going to get off here as well. But there is a new court case coming out that involves with YouTube only
Mm.
about stalking harassment. It's on the same exact court case.
Is this in the States?
It is in the States. It's in Florida right now.
Okay.
It's on my community tab. There's a guy going through it right now. And they are trying. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Oh, go ahead.
And they are trying to push that if, let's say, this bedtime clown, this is your channel, and I come up on your panel, or I have a blue wrench, and I say something bad about one of your friends, and your friend goes and files a court case. Not only would you be held accountable for what I say, but everybody that has a blue wrench or anybody on your panel will be held accountable with this new law that's coming out.
Lovely.
But it's a court case, right? Like, is it before the Florida Supreme Court or?
It already went to the Supreme Court.
Okay, so did they uphold this?
They upheld it, but now they're trying to add more to the case.
Okay.
To make it more clear.
And what's YouTube's response to this, like, as far as terms of service go?
Well, that's what they're trying to fight right now, because if this person was violating terms of service, they wouldn't be able to be on YouTube. So how can you consider anything being stalking harassment? Well, from what we're going through right now, this one guy is going through the same thing, if not worse. Because we've not had guns pulled on us. This guy has. So, I mean, they're really fighting this tooth and nail to get these other elements, is what they're calling it, added to this already passed in the Supreme Court.
Well, so, right. So, and this will be a Florida state law, right?
It'd be for that area. And once it gets past there, you know it's going to be nationwide.
Well, probably not, but I mean, you know, I don't know. I'll definitely check it out. I'm curious.
Yeah, it's I can't remember the court case right off my head, but it is in my community tab. But yeah, it is a very interesting. And if you're really interested, you could actually go to What the Hales. That's a YouTube channel, and they have all the court cases right now on his channel of what he's going through. Okay.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, because I love court shit. I mean, I was a little bummed when Nick Rekieta stopped streaming on YouTube as much as he was, and especially when he was doing cases or live streaming cases, because I loved his commentary, and I like to listen to that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Rather than listen to, you know, a bunch of ass kissing and groveling that Abe does, or a bunch of fucking begging and lying that Rebel does, or, you know, just a bunch of stupid faggotry that Truthfinder does. But yeah, I love that kind of stuff. So I'll definitely,
I'm totally into that stuff too.
I'll totally listen to that. My favorites to listen to, not that anybody asked, but was the murder trials. You know.
Oh yes.
And so we don't, because I mean, I would rather listen to sorry, Katie, the real actual factual, which is the court of law. Everybody else is just talking out their ass until it gets to a court of law, and I hear lawyers present what they perceive as facts before a judge and a jury. An actual judge and jury, not Abe's pseudo kangaroo court of stupidity jury or whatever the fuck. But that's the kind of the shit that interests me. So yeah, dude, I will definitely be checking that out.
Larry, the DUI guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's even covering it.
Oh, okay.
That's how big this case has gotten.
Gotcha. Yeah, because he's in Florida, I believe.
Yeah. He's in Kentucky.
Yeah, so he's not.
But
too
he
far.
can practice anywhere in the United States.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan as in I don't like him, but you know, we've all got our preferences. You know, I'm more geared towards like Andrew Bronca and and Nick Rekieta and Emily Baker and Joe Neerman, if nothing else is on and I'm awake.
Right.
You know, I'm more geared towards those guys. But
DUI
guy does know his. Yeah, DUI guy does know his shit. I thought it was hilarious when he made that face during the.
Oh yes, Amber Heard and.
Yeah, and fucking what's her name lost her shit and was like, this guy, and Kurt was like, hey. check this out, and played it on her stream, and it caused an entire fucking fracturing of law tube. I thought that was fucking hilarious. But
And the funny thing is, he was watching that court case before he went there to see where the camera was shooting at, and he made sure purposely he was sitting right there.
Yeah. Well, and he did get fucked. He did get fucked out of like $5,000 to get a spot in line, and it was like, come on, I mean, and it's like Nick said, who didn't make that face in that moment? Right. You show me one other fucking person, not only in that courtroom, but the entire fucking internet that was watching, that didn't have their jaw hit the fucking floor. Come
I know, right?
On,
Yeah.
But hey, look, there we go. I mean, that's a perfect illustration of the internet and the fucking hurt butts,
Right.
I mean,
Yep.
But anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here because we can just keep talking and talking.
Well, Dragon, Hillbilly Man, I appreciate y'all coming up and keeping me company. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
Oh, no problem. I had a good time, love.
Good deal.
Yep,
good deal.
Always do.
And y'all
see
have
you boys later. Much love to everybody.
Later. Much love,
Bye.
and we'll definitely see y'all around. Hillbilly Man, thank you, dude.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. I appreciate you letting me up.
All
you
right,
guys
brother.
have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too, and we'll see you tomorrow, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right, man.
All righty.
Later. All right, guys. All two of you. Peachy, good night to you. Y'all have a good one. Lady Witch, much love to you. We love you. And thank you for coming in and wielding your wrench whenever you could. And Rebel Truth Finder, guys, don't hate the player, hate the game. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Much love.